MyTV WQMY presents College Baseball.
From Nanticoke, MyTV WQMY presents NJCAA Baseball. This afternoon, Luzerne County Community College takes on Penn State Hazleton. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Paul Griffey, along with Bob Ide, under a partly sunny, partly cloudy sky, getting set for some baseball between two teams, geographic rivals, but they do play in different conferences.
They do play in different conferences. Penn State's coming in with a 1-4 of the last 6. Luzerne trying to rebound from an 0-8 start. It's their first meeting since 2016. Luzerne won that game 11-1.
Okay, so the home team Trailblazers trying to get that first win, having some good offensive seasons, particularly from third baseman Fausto Rodriguez.
Rodriguez played at Hazleton. He didn't even make the high school team, but he's worked hard. He wants to take it to the next level. He's going to play third base today. He's hitting around 240, so look for him to have a big game, and look for the Trailblazers maybe to pound the deep ball today, maybe to get a win.
And as for the Lions, well, they have a terrific player in Colin Stauffer leading the team in offensive categories all over the place.
He was the conference hitter of the week last week. He's hitting .444. How about an on-base percentage, Paul, of .759? That's unheard of. He's a former Hazleton player, as well as Rodriguez, who went to Hazleton. And you know, Penn State's playing pretty good ball. They come down here today. They just want to win and get back to league play tomorrow.
Well, we'll find both of these rosters dotted with players from the Hazleton area and southern Luzerne County. So it should be a nice afternoon for baseball. The rain has stopped. Sky's clearing up a little bit, and we'll see if we can get 9 innings in here. So stay with us. We've got baseball. It's Luzerne against Penn State Hazleton right here on MyTV WQMY.
College baseball on MyTV WQMY is presented by Luzerne County Community College.
And the starting lineup for the Penn State Hazleton Lions, leading off the shortstop, number 8 is Charles Karchner. Batting second will be center fielder number 6, Wyatt Kindler. We talked about Colin Stauffer playing third base, wearing number 12. He hits in the third hole, and the cleanup hitter Brett Koshalik at first base, number 24. Batting fifth will be number 7, Dominic Yanuzzi, also taking the hill today. He'll be pitching. Joe Malcolmus is the left fielder, wearing number 19. At second base, Rafael Santos wears number 3. John Vasquez is the catcher, number 18, and number 22, Jacob Kashler, will play in right field. So the pitcher for the Trailblazers this afternoon, Jordan Yannick, wearing number 10, getting his first start of the season.
It is his first start. It's probably the best pitcher that the Trailblazers can throw out there, but as you said, we've only played 8 games this season. When he takes the mound, he's a lefty. He throws the fastball, the curve, the change. The changeup is the out pitch for him. Again, 4 innings pitched to 7 hits, but not much work through 8 games.
Well, his ERA is 0, but he has allowed 2 unearned runs, and he has 4 strikeouts this season. Comes from Hazel Township, and he'll be pitching for Luzerne Community College. But so many of these players really know each other from going to high school in Hazleton area.
Hazleton area can produce great baseball players, and they have over the last decade and a half. Some have gone on to Penn State. Some have gone on even to play in the major leagues. Russ Kanzler, and there you see Yannick going to take them out, number 10. But yeah, Hazleton can produce them, and a lot of these kids know each other, including Stauffer. We talked about him from Hazleton. A bunch of players, even from Crestwood and from Pittston area, Wyoming Valley West. All these players play Legion ball together, Paul, and they know each other and follow each other throughout the season.
And some of these kids didn't even get onto the Hazleton area high school team. That team is so deep, but here they are continuing their baseball careers at the junior college level. But you're right, that Hazleton program turns out some terrific players, guys that have been drafted and everything else. So we're going to get a good flavor of that this afternoon, and we have a strong breeze blowing here. It's blowing from right field into home plate, and it's been consistent as the storm has come from that way. We had some passing showers go through about a half hour ago, and the parts of the field were covered with the tarp. But for the most part, the field is dry and playable with no puddles. They worked on it quickly, and we should have a good playing surface for today's game, and dry skies to go with it.
Yeah,
So the defense for the Trailblazers this afternoon, Schulz will be in left field, Rimmer in center, and Nudo out in right. Around the horn in the infield, Rodriguez at third, Liriano at short. Hawk will be the second baseman, Sartini at first, Gavinonis catches, and we mentioned Yannick on the mound, ready to make his first toss. The umpires at home plate meeting with the two head coaches before this game gets underway. So once they get their pregame conversations out of the way, we'll have baseball here in Luzerne. Umpires today are Dave Brodzinski and Curtis Dugar.
Dugar behind the plate today. Brodzinski, a veteran umpire. Dimensions here, Paul, 355 in the gaps, 400 to deep center field, and 330 down the, looks like down the line and right. I can't tell, on left, maybe about the same. And, you know, as you said, the breeze coming in. So we don't expect a lot of long ball home runs today. But, you know, these two teams want to put up some big numbers and, you know, go get a win here.
Well, no one is going to hit one out to right field today, that's for sure, because the wind is blowing in strong from there. But in left field and over on the left side of the field, you have to watch. A fly ball could get blown into foul territory, and there's a lot of foul territory on this field. So it'll be tricky, the players chasing balls down as they head over there. So Yannick about to start his warm-up tosses, and then we'll get underway as really the temperature is starting to warm up here. We were down probably around 60 degrees when the rain was falling a little while ago. But as the skies clear and the clouds open up, the sun comes out, the temperature goes up as well, and we're back up to around 70, which is where we were about 1 o'clock this afternoon.
So Penn State coming in with a win over Penn State Brandywine. They split a doubleheader on Sunday, a big game from Stauffer in there as well. And, you know, they talked about they play in the Penn State, Athletic Conference of Universities. And, you know, that includes the Penn State Scrantons, Wilkes-Barre, Hazleton, Brandywine, Schuylkill, and all that. And, you know, when Stauffer came in as the Penn PSA AUC hitter of the week, so a nice honor for him. And their manager as well came in as manager of the week.
Justin Gutsy, the manager for Hazleton, who was also a Hazleton product, and he played professional baseball, went to college at St. John's, and now he's managing the Lions baseball team here today. Well, Penn State stumbled along the way. They did have a 7-game losing streak back in March, but fixed things from there and playing a little bit better lately.
So let's see if Karchner can get things going. See how this defense responds too. A lot of guys have had to move around. Cillian Gavinonis, who we may see pitch today behind the plate.
Now the head coach for Luzerne is Tom Carlin Jr., and they're looking for their first win of the season and hoping to get it today. All right, so we're about ready to get started here, and warm-up tosses are done, and Karchner will lead it off. Charles Karchner batting .220, but they put him in the leadoff spot here, and he'll be a righty facing a lefty as we get started in Nanticoke under sunny skies. Working from the stretch right off the top, Yannick, first pitch in the dirt, and that'll be ball 1.
So Karchner coming in, not hitting his best here in April. 17 at-bats, hitting just 176 so far this spring in the April month.
Second pitch goes in high as well, so it's 2 balls and no strikes. Looking to find the strike zone here, and having trouble. First 3 pitches go for a ball, and now Karchner is looking at a 3-0 count, so he'll be taken all the way.
You know, with all the games off, Yannick's going to be, you know, he's got to, not going to be able to find his control here early on. First time on the mound in a while. Karchner runs down pretty fast, trying to get his legs warmed up.
And a 4-pitch walk to start this game off. So Karchner gets on, and that'll bring up Wyatt Kindler. Kindler's going to be taking here until he sees a strike. And ball 1 is in the dirt. Vasquez makes the stop, going down, blocking it, keeping Karchner on first base. Karchner will be looking to steal here if he gets the chance. Yannick's pitch is also high and still has yet to throw a strike.
Yeah, control problems here early on for the Luzerne County pitcher off the mound.
2-0 here, so 6 straight balls to start the game. And there's his first strike. It's a called strike. Caught the outside corner. Takes it the count to 2-1.
Defense straight away. Center field, left and right. Nobody shifted at all.
And there goes Karchner taking off on the pitch. Fouled into the dirt, and he'll head back to first.
I'm sure with Gavinonis behind the plate, although he is a pitcher and has a strong arm, they want to see what he can do.
So a 2-2 count here as Yannick is in a good situation, tries to bust the curveball, but it floats in high. Can't get that to turn down, and the count goes full. You can see Yannick loading up some dirt on his hand, trying to get better grip. He's tried a couple of breaking balls that haven't broken.
Yeah. Yannick can throw 88 to 90 miles per hour, coach said. So if he can get control going today.
Ground ball to third. Rodriguez over to first. The throw is high, but it's handled fairly well over there, and one out as Sartini pulls it in. Kindler advances to third on that.
Good job by Sartini to pull that in, make these tag, because the throw was well off the mark. And now a runner in scoring position here. We look at it again. Routine ground ball to third.
Rodriguez field over to Sartini, and he made the out. But Karchner was able to advance to third on that. That'll bring up the number 3 hitter now. It is Colin Stauffer, third baseman for the Lions. Has some impressive numbers this season. You know, 444 average, 15 RBI. That's no slouch. I'm most impressed by 5 triples. You just don't see that. He hits the grounder to short. Play over at first. Sartini gloves it, but the run scores. Karchner comes in, and that'll make it 1-0 Lions.
Good running from the Penn State team. They set that up with on the errant throw, which was a little high. It had the runner get to third base, and that set up the lone run now in this game as Hazleton takes the 1-0 lead.
That brings up Brett Kushalik, the first baseman, and he deposits a base hit into right field. That's in the gap. Can he stretch that to 2? Let's see. He decides to hold up at first base, and it'll be a single on the first pitch for Brett Kushalik.
Yeah, Kushalik, I remember him playing basketball last year for Tamaqua. Doesn't run very well, very slow down the line, but he's a tall kid. He's about, what, 6'6", 6'7". Nice base hit into the gap, and Penn State continues this inning.
As we say, there goes the no-hitter. First hit allowed by Yannick. Dom Yanuzzi, the batter. He'll be the pitcher for the Lions this afternoon. And he steps up with 2 outs and a runner on first base.
Another Penn State product, Yanuzzi. Last year playing for the Cougars of Hazleton.
And the next pitch goes for a ball on the outside. Oh, we get a gust of wind coming through here.
Yeah, well, the front's moving through. I'm not a meteorologist, but
Yannick's been trying to spot that curveball, but it hasn't been able to come in for a strike. Fastball has some zip on it there. Fouled off for strike 2.
You can see the breeze from our center field camera shaking a little bit, so it is coming across the field, right to left. As you look at that picture, left to right.
Yeah, we put the rain covers on these cameras, and that just acts as a sail when the wind catches them, and they really move. Ball 2 outside there as the count goes even, 2-2.
Yeah, good eye by Yanuzzi. That was pretty close to being a strike.
Kushalik waits on first base. Not much of a threat to steal. Yannick not paying too much attention to him.
Yeah, you think with a ground ball they could get him at second, or they get it to first. Out of play.
Yanuzzi fouls one over the first base dugout into the horseshoe pit. One nothing Lions here. We're just underway in the top of the first inning. Another curveball, and he can't get that one either. It goes to a full count.
Yeah, a little bit high on the curve today. Has he thrown the change yet? I haven't seen the change.
I haven't seen that. He hasn't really had a batter set up for the change with a 2-strike count.
Let's see what he's going to throw.
Maybe he's saving that for later in the game. Fastball gets away. It's ball 4 anyway. And Yanuzzi will head down to first. Second walk of this game thrown by Yannick.
Good eye by Yanuzzi at the plate. Yannick struggling to find his control here early on.
That'll bring up the left fielder, Josh Malcolmus bats. 2 outs and 2 on here in the first. Already a run in, 1-0 Lions.
Malcolmus, another Penn State player who's really not doing too well in April, just batting about the 100 mark, has 1 hit in 10 at-bats this season.
And Yannick delivers. It's inside, gets away from Gavinonis. And that will be ball 2. Gavinonis has had his work cut out for him so far on this game. He's been blocking balls in the dirt and had a few squared away as well. He has been on his toes. Yannick delivers inside, and now the count goes to 3-0. He's had control problems here to start this game. Couple of walks here, and now 3-0 on a batter.
Again, that's the rust, Paul. He hasn't seen much action, and he'll come into the groove. Maybe if he can get out of this first inning with just giving up 1 run, you think it's a success.
Yeah, we're already on the 6th batter here. You never want to see 6 guys come up to bat in the first inning. Ground ball to the right side. It gets past Hawk, and that's going to get him safe at first, but load the bases there as Koshalik decided not to attempt to score from second on that.
Yeah, Koshalik doesn't run very well. He would never have made it even with the right fielder, not having a real good arm. Good base running. Here you see this one again. A little bit late on the swing, but puts it right through the right side, and the second baseman just under his glove.
Right under Hawk's glove. That's Cole Hawk. The batter now, Rafael Santos, number 3, the second baseman for the Lions. Batting 7th in the lineup, has the bases loaded and 2 outs. Already a 1-0 lead for Penn State Hazleton this afternoon. Another curveball that just misses on the outside corner. I think he's trying to start that curveball outside, have it curve across the plate, and he might just want to adjust his aim, throw it right down the middle, and see if it can curve inside. Another curveball attempt, and that one he got in for a strike.
Good, maybe now this will loosen him up a little bit, set him up now for the powerful fastball or even the change.
Well, if he can get some confidence in that curveball, he'll be doing a lot better. That's given him trouble here first time through the lineup. Fouled off the right side, a liner, and now the count goes to 1-2. Bases full of Lions as Yannick delivers the 1-2 pitch. Ball high, and that makes it 2-2.
He's in a good spot, though. He's got ahead of the count for basically the first time in today's game. So it should set him up pretty well.
The curveball is grounded foul off the right side.
He's throwing a lot of pitches, though, here in this inning. 26 right now he's thrown.
26 and number 27 on the way. Not a good way to start. A good inning is maybe 9 to 12 pitches, and anything over 15 is considered a high number of pitches for an inning.
Well, I don't think Coach Carlin had planned on pitching him throughout the game anyway. He talked about Gavinonis and another pitcher coming in later on. He may just have to bring them in earlier if the pitch count is high.
Fastball down the middle, pulled to the left side, and over to first, and the play is good, and that's out number 3. So at the middle of the first inning, Penn State leads Luzerne 1-0. You're watching MyTV WQMY. Heading to the bottom of the first inning, where the Luzerne Trailblazers lineup will look like this. The leadoff hitter and shortstop, number 9, Siggy Liriano. Batting second, number 32, the second baseman, Cole Hawk. Number 3 hitter is number 33, Kevin Rimmer, the center fielder. And batting cleanup, number 24, the catcher, Joe Gavinonis. Batting fifth will be number 7, Fausto Rodriguez, playing third base. Dominic Sartini, the first baseman, will bat sixth, wearing number 31. Mark Scholes hits 7th. He's the left fielder, number 4. The 8th batter wears number 10. Jordan Yannick is the pitcher. And batting 9th for the Trailblazers, number 12, Gage Nudo, the right fielder. They'll be facing the pitcher for the Lions. Number 7, Dom Yanuzzi comes into this game.
There's Yanuzzi, high ERA, throws a fastball, curve, and change. His go-to pitch will be the curve. He's 0-3 on the season, gave up 23 hits and 26 runs. His last outing on April 4th, he pitched 3 1/3 inning, gave up 5 hits, 6 runs, and had 2 base on balls. 4 of those runs were earned. He's a right-hander, and he'll go for on the mound today for the Lions.
He's also from Hazleton, and he has allowed the 26 runs, but 9 of them unearned. So the defense behind him for the Penn State Lions, it'll be Malcolmus in left, Kindler in center, Tashler is the right fielder. Over at first base, Kosholik, Santos plays second, Karchner at short, and Stauffer is the third baseman. And the catcher is Vasquez, and we just saw Yanuzzi, the right-hander, on the mound warming up. You know, Yanuzzi, his strikeout to walk ratio not very good. Only 1 strikeout this season, but he has 8 walks. So control has been a problem, and we'll see what that does for him this afternoon. So stepping into the box is Sagi Liriano, the shortstop here for the Luzerne Trailblazers.
Let's see if Liriano can get things going. 240 on the season. Struck out 5 times, though. Let's see what kind of control Yanuzzi has to start this game. I think Luzerne's lucky to get out with a run last inning. Yannick gave up only 1 hit. Let's see if they can get that back.
All right, first pitch goes for a called strike. And so we are underway here as Yanuzzi has the groove going.
Luzerne has scored 7 runs in the first inning this year. See if they get their big bats going.
Yanuzzi seemed to have a little trouble with the mound there. His footing wasn't right, and then he was checking his landing foot after the delivery there. So he might want to evaluate his stride. That's always very tricky for pitchers in a game because some pitchers have different strides, and a little hole, a little dimple develops on the mound. And if your stride is different, that can really make things tricky for a pitcher. Lazy fly ball over to the right side and caught easily by Santos, and it'll be 1 out.
Yeah, I got that on the end of the bat. End over end, pretty much routine play by the second baseman.
So that'll bring in Cole Hawk, the second baseman for the Trailblazers, batting from the left side with 1 out. And the first pitch goes in low, so he's looking at a 1-0 count. Hawk comes in with a 137 average. Only 1 hit this season.
Really hasn't played in a lot of games here due to scheduling conflicts. So they're nice to see the left-handed bat in the game today.
Second pitch floats in for a strike.
Yeah, you think with Luzerne, they want to make this pitcher work. They know he has a high ERA coming in, let it get his pitch count up, and see if they can work and get the pitch they want to hit.
Oh, that pitch gets away as, once again, Yanuzzi looks like he's having just a little bit of trouble landing on that pitcher's mound.
Well, not much of a ground crew here. It's going to be the kids who, if he wants the mound changed.
Yanuzzi's a little bit shorter than Yannick, so that hole can just be a little bit tricky in that situation. And there's strike 2.
So he evens up the count now. He's in a good spot, both of them. Let's see if he wants to throw that curveball and see if he could chase it or not.
The 2-2 pitch is in the dirt, and that'll be ball 3. Takes us to a full count here.
Good at back by Hawk. Make him work, make him throw a strike.
Ground ball over to the right side. Glove by Santos, and he turns and makes the play, and that's out number 2.
Where the pitch he wanted. Drove it to second base, but a great play by Santos. Almost lost it coming out of his glove here. Nice swing, compact, and couldn't just beat out the throw as the second baseman, unlike the Luzerne second baseman, came up with the play.
Santos really leaped well to his left there and was able to knock down the ball. Otherwise, that gets through for a single. That'll bring up Kevin Rimmer, the number 3 hitter for the Trailblazers. Rimmer steps in batting .385. He is from Plymouth. 5 hits on this season.
Hey, big kid. Went to, I think, Valley West.
Yeah.
And remember the name. Again, he can drive the ball. The wind has really calmed down since we opened this game.
Yeah. And it's warmed up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
In and out of clouds. We're going to be in and out of clouds all afternoon. The 2-0 pitch is fouled into the dirt, and that'll make the count 2-1.
Rimmer's only played in 4 games this season. Again, a lot of these kids work a lot. They have schoolwork to do, other things going on there. And that's one of the problems that Luzerne has had this year, keeping the numbers and the depth. So much outside activity, especially at this junior college level.
Long fly ball to center field, and there's Kindler out there, gloves it for the 3rd out. And at the end of 1 inning, it's the Lions 1 and the Trailblazers nothing. You're watching MyTV WQMY.
College baseball on MyTV WQMY is presented by Luzerne County Community College.
Tom Carlin Jr. wears the helmet for the Trailblazers, their head coach and also 3rd base coach.
He is a character, let me tell you. He's been around baseball almost 3 decades, 12 here. Pretty much gets to the ballpark about 9 o'clock in the morning and home games, and he'll be here till 5:30. Then he says his wife sitting at home has dinner for him. You can't beat that, man. Just get out there. You know, biggest stress this year is making sure kids get to the games, and it's been a stressful year. But Luzerne's had good baseball teams over the past few seasons, and they compete in their Region 19, Division 3 of the National Junior College Athletic Association. And you know, we had them on a couple years ago. They have local kids, and he recruits local kids, but he said it gets tougher. It's just a sign of the times.
Rafael Santos bats for the Lions here in the top of the 2nd inning as the wind really picks up now, Bob. It's your fault. You said the wind has died down and gotten quiet, but just the opposite there. Liriano comes in to make the play, and the ball bounces away. It gets into foul territory, and that'll allow Santos to head to 2nd base.
I think actually Yannick played the play, Paul,
yes,
from his pitching position. He had to go to his knees. That was a tough one. There was a lot of spin on that ball coming off of that, just over Yannick's head. Here, you look at it again. It's going to go over. It's kind of in no man's land. And then Yannick, from his feet, overthrows it and lets Vasquez get to 2nd. So another runner in scoring position for the Lions. Looks like Tashler going to try to lay a bunt down and try to move over the base runner.
So Jake Tashler is the batter. And he gets the bunt down to the right side, over to the 3rd, and the call is out at 3rd.
What a heads-up play by the first baseman, Paul, for Sartini, is that? Great play. Yep. I mean, the butt was too hard down the line, first of all. Here, see it again. But a heads-up play. As the runner was going, he had him in and hit his sight and threw a perfect dart to the 3rd baseman. And he made the tag, so a lucky break there for the Trailblazers.
So back to the top of the order now, and it'll be Charlie Karchner batting for Hazleton. He walked and scored in the 1st inning.
But from the first inning to this inning, Yannick's control has gone a lot better. He's got the curve a little bit, working a little more active in that curveball, a little more movement. So a different pitcher than when he faced him to begin the game.
Curveball again, a little bit of trouble, and that goes for ball 2, 2-1.
It's nice to see green grass. I can't wait till the foul ball.
Foul ball down the
wait
left
till
side.
the trees get some green on them as well.
Won't be long now. We'll start to get them blossoms and some greenery, and it'll look more and more like spring as the weather starts to warm up.
You're gonna get to your garden? Get into your garden a little bit.
Well, the garden takes care of itself. The
Oh,
tulips
yeah,
just
true.
seem to know when to push up, which has happened recently. Karchner swings and misses and strikes out. So Yannick picks up his first strikeout of the game.
Again, a different pitcher than he faced at the beginning of the game. He had control issues. That was a fastball high, and he chased it. So Yannick get into a groove now.
And that'll bring up Wyatt Kindler with 2 outs here in the second inning.
Yannick got some zip on the ball. You can hear it hitting the catcher's mitt. Some velocity on that today. He's feeling it. Headed in the count now.
Yannick definitely having a better second inning than first inning. Tashler takes
No
off
one
from
covered.
first. Late covering down there, but
Another mental error from Luzerne on that. No one covering second. They would have had him.
Hawk got over just in time, but that could have been an error that advanced in the third. Meantime, Tashler goes to second base. And Yannick delivers strike 3, and he gets out of the inning without allowing a run. So in the middle of the second inning, it's Penn State Hazleton 1, Luzerne nothing. You're watching MyTV WQMY. We go to the bottom of the second. It'll be Gavinonis, Rodriguez, and Sartini as the Trailblazers find themselves in a 1-0 hole here on their home field.
Well, Yannick's doing his job on the mound, Paul. You know, he got control in that second inning, picked up a nice strikeout to end that inning. Now the bats need to pick him up a little bit and get a run on the board against Unuzi, who has struggled this season a little bit on the mound. Maybe this is the guy, Gavinonis. Not good numbers, but a real nice swing. And Coach Carlin talks very highly of this former Pittston area player.
Unuzi had a 1-2-3 first inning, and trying to continue that here into the second. First pitch goes for a swinging strike, and the count is 0-1.
A little late on that swing. Still a bit breezy.
He was right on that pitch, but he got a little bit under it, fouled it back into the screen, and finds himself 0-2 on the count.
Well, let's see if Unuzi can get his control under wraps after the first inning. He's thrown just 14 pitches so far in this game. Oh, that just hit the coach right in the stomach. That's gonna leave a mark.
Tom Carlin got that. He couldn't get out of the way. The ball seemed to hook right into him as he tried to step backwards. So they're going to check him out over in the third base coaching box.
Well, you don't have padding for that. Of course, they make them wear helmets now, you know, pretty much from Major League Baseball on down. But that one hit him right, I think, in the gut area, right in the left-hand side. It's going to leave a mark. Let's see, though. Hopefully it didn't hit the rib area. So we'll have a little bit of downtime. The manager from Luzerne gone down after getting that foul ball. And as you said, it was just like, you know, like one of your drives at the golf course, Paul. Big hook.
Yeah, they can get dangerous sometimes, and you know, you hope it's just getting the wind knocked out of him over there. And nothing more serious than that. A couple of deep breaths and clear the cobwebs, and you're ready to go.
Hope his wife's watching at home. He's on his feet. See how he feels when he comes in. We'll give him a chat, but see if that's happened to him over the years or not. But now back to the game. See what Unuzi can do. Head of the count.
Count 0-2, and the old waist pitch comes in high and outside, so that makes it 1-2.
So we actually took it on the wrist, not in the stomach. Got it on his wrist. So he's probably lucky for him.
And the 1-2 pitch is a called strike 3. Gavinonis goes down.
Oh, that was off speed. I don't know if that was a changeup or not, but it looked pretty good. He stood there the whole time. And Unuzi, that was his best pitch of the afternoon. Big strikeout for him. Right in the heart of the lineup.
That'll bring up Fausto Rodriguez. We talked about him in the pregame show, and he's been doing a lot for the Lions this year, leading them in some offensive categories. First pitch is in the dirt, but he swung at it, so that counts as strike 1.
Yeah, chased that a little bit too anxious. That's all it really is. You know, Luzerne pressing a little bit. Cameras here. A lot of people watching. They want to get that first win.
And the 0-1 pitch is grounded to short. Karchner over to Kosholik. He has to make the tag, and the tag is good. And that is out number 2.
Nice play by Karchner. Yeah, Paul, as you said, good play, routine. Throw off the mark, but Kosholik with that big frame out there didn't have any trouble pulling that in and make the tag on the Luzerne base runner.
Yeah, that's why you put your tall guy over at first base. I mean, he is a right-hander, but because he's so tall, let him stretch and get those wild throws like that. Dom Sartini, the first baseman, steps in now. And he takes ball 1 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Lions scored in the top of the first inning. Their leadoff hitter, Karchner, walked and was able to come around and score to make it 1-0, but that's been all the scoring so far.
And just 1 hit in the game. That was from Penn State in that first inning. 2 errors so far on Luzerne.
Sartini fouls 1 off, runs the count to 1-1.
21 pitches by Unuzi so far. 1 strikeout, no base on balls.
The 1-1 from Unuzi bounces in the dirt, and it is ball 2. We have seen a lot of pitches thrown in the dirt, and Unuzi in particular has just had some awkward deliveries on the mound. He continues to have trouble landing his foot. The left foot coming down. Working from the windup.
Sartini's got to stay back on this one. 10 strikeouts on the year.
Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Must have liked that one. A little bit low. For Unuzi, probably an off-speed pitch coming here. Make him see if he'll chase or not. Well, he threw a fastball. Sartini was on it.
Sartini out in front a little bit, ahead on that. Fouled it straight down and into foul territory. Unuzi ready with the 2-2 pitch here. Sartini waits and drives one to the left side and through for a base hit. Alchemist scoops it up, but Dom Sartini gets the first base hit for Luzerne.
Great at bat here. Really hung in there. That looked like it was an off-speed pitch as well, and he stayed back on it, drove his legs through, and a nice, easy single just between the third baseman and the shortstop.
Mark Schulz, the left fielder, takes his first swings of this game. And his first pitch is a high for a ball, ball 1.
No stolen bases this year for Luzerne. Suspect Sartini will not be going as well.
Hold down your papers as the wind kicks up, and pitch number 2 is in the dirt for ball 2. So Yanuzzi got the first 2 outs, no problem, a strikeout and a ground up, but then he gives up a single and now finds himself in the hole, 2-0, pitching to Mark Schulz.
Had a clean first inning, did Yanuzzi. He's up to 28 pitches on this one right here.
And the next pitch is high for a ball, so it's ball 3. Schulz is looking at a 3-0 pitch coming his way.
Of course, there's 9 innings today, Paul. Usually, sometimes they play 7 at this level, but 9 innings today, so I suspect we will not see the starting pitchers go too many innings. 3 or 4 at best.
Ball 4, a 4-pitch walk. That one rolls away, but Vasquez picks it up okay in time.
So Yannick can help himself here at the plate.
Jordan Yannick, the pitcher, steps in to bat for the first time today.
Just 1 hit on the year, Paul.
Yannick batting in the 8th spot. 2 outs and 2 on as Luzerne trails by a run here in the bottom of the 2nd. Karchner really shifts way over. Gets behind Sartini at second base. Big wide open gap on the left side if Yannick could push it that way. Kind of like a shift without shifting, really. Karchner's just keeping the runner honest as he runs back over to a shortstop spot. Yannick pulls one down the right field line, but it is foul and out of play. Got a good piece of that. That's about the hardest hit ball we've seen this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely the hardest hit ball, but unfortunately got ahead of that one and into the strong wind down coming from the right field line. We'll see if he can straighten this one out, but that was a nice swing.
And the 0-2 pitch down the right field line again. Will it get in? It is fair. Sartini will score from second. Yannick goes to second. And Schulz holds up at third. And we have a tie ball game here as Dom Sartini makes it 1-1.
Well, you talked about he had the hardest hit ball here today. That might have been the best swing at all today as Yannick put that one right down the right field line. Plenty of room and plenty of time for Sartini to come around. And now Luzerne's in business here, even with 2 outs. His first RBI of the season.
Gage Nudo steps up, the number 9 hitter, swinging at the first pitch, fouls it up and back for strike 1.
Coach Carlin should be happy about what he's seeing here today. Luzerne's playing a pretty good ball game as a team and getting some strong hits with 2 outs. And Yannick's starting to feel it on the mound.
Next pitch also goes for a strike. So 0-2. Yanuzzi bounces right back after giving up that double and gets ahead 0-2 in the count. The pitcher is ahead 0-2.
35th pitch by Yanuzzi. Inning and 2.
Oh, but the next pitch beans him right in the back, and Nudo will head over to first base with a little bruise. And that'll load up the bases here with 2 outs and the top of the order as Guy Liriano steps in.
Yeah, so a hit now and a hit by pitch. Yanuzzi starting to lose his control a little bit, and a big opportunity. What Coach Carlin calls the best hitter on the team.
Liriano hit a line drive to the second baseman his first time up.
Opportunity for Liriano to get a second RBI on the year.
7th batter of the inning for Luzerne.
And now Yanuzzi getting his pitch count up. Good take by Liriano, though. Didn't probably expect the off speed on the first pitch. So Yanuzzi mixing it up a little bit.
He opens him up with a strike. And a swinging strike. Ball was low and away, but Liriano kind of liked what he saw. Took a swing and now has an 0-2 count.
Well, Yanuzzi was ahead of Yannick, too. He was ahead of the count before Yannick hit that single.
Fly ball to left field. Malcolmus goes back. It is over his head. Schulz will score. Yannick will score. Nudo holds up at third, and Liriano has a double here. We had a double, a hit batter, and another double. 2 runs come in, and Luzerne takes a 3-1 lead.
What a great at-bat. That'll bring out the coach now for Penn State, but 0-2 count. He ripped that over the left fielder's head. That was a big hit, and good opportunity for Luzerne to take advantage of Yanuzzi. There you see it. Deep ball. The left fielder had no opportunity. Luzerne plates 2, takes a 3-1 lead. I would say maybe one of their better innings of the 8 games they've played this season. So now the coach.
So Gutsy has a little conversation with Yanuzzi out on the mound and asks him to settle down and bear down here.
Again, Yanuzzi last time out, April 4th, last Thursday, only lasted 3 innings. He had a 10 ERA, and you can see why. Made 2 nice pitches, Yanuzzi did to start that, where Liriano actually chased one. But a nice at-bat and opportunity now for the Trailblazers to add on to their advantage.
Cole Hawk comes up for the 2nd time today. Grounded out to second base his 1st time up.
Now Yanuzzi pressing a little bit. That was a little bit high and outside. Started him with a fastball.
Pitch is in the dirt. Vasquez has to go and save it. Runner on third, and Vasquez doesn't block that. That would be another run for the Trailblazers.
41st pitch for Yanuzzi in the game.
You know, he had a real smooth top of the 1st, 1, 2, 3. But here in the bottom of the 2nd, he's pitching to his 8th batter.
All this coming out with 2 outs too, Paul. That's pretty big for a Luzerne team, 0-8 coming in.
Yeah, Luzerne's first 2 batters made out here in the 2nd, a strikeout and then a ground out. But then we have single, walk, double, hit by pitch, and a double. And that is what you call a 2-out rally. Ball 4. And that puts Hawk on to load the bases, and Luzerne bats around the order here in the 2nd inning. Kevin Rimmer is the 9th batter to step into the box for the Trailblazers here in the 2nd.
All this 3 hits in the inning, Paul. 3 big hits. Liriano with a big one. Yannick with a huge single. And now Yanuzzi. Control issues now. Now he's pressing a little bit off that mound.
First pitch to Rimmer is high for a ball. And Rimmer's going to be patient here and wait for his pitch. He's the number 3 batter. Having a terrific season. Batting .385 coming into today. And with the bases loaded and the opposing pitcher scuffling, he's not going to help this pitcher out.
No, now he's ahead of the count. He can wait on his pitch and give this a drive maybe into the gap. Might be able to clear the bases. Don't want to chase anything. You want to be patient.
Ball 3, low and away.
Great eye.
Yanuzzi is in trouble right now. He has to come with a strike.
Some activity on the side and call it the bullpen area for Penn State. A couple players warming up.
The 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Strike 1.
There you see Vitale. He's a pitcher. Hasn't pitched in a little while. He's probably on the docket next, the lefty.
The 3-1 pitch from Yanuzzi.
I think it hit him.
2nd hit batter of the inning. Rimmer takes first. And Nudo comes in to score. It is 4-1 Trailblazers.
Give Luzerne a lot of credit here for their patience at the plate in this inning. And, you know, with 2 outs, it's some pretty good at-bats, Paul, for this team. A team that, you know, coming in the second inning, Paul, they haven't scored any runs all year.
Joe Gavinonis bats for the second time in the second inning. He struck out looking his first time up to lead off the bottom of the second inning. Well, Yanuzzi just is having trouble finding the strike zone now. He is falling behind in the count. He's beating batters, pitches in the dirt, and everything else. We would have to say Dom Yanuzzi is not long for this game. Strike called. Two balls in one strike as Yanuzzi looks to even up the count. Well, he'll be happy with a ground ball right about now.
Oh, he just got under it.
Fly ball in the infield. Santos has it easily, and the second inning will come to an end, but not before the Trailblazers push 4 across the plate. At the end of 2, Luzerne 4, Hazleton 1. You're watching MyTV WQMY. We head to the top of the third inning, and the Lions find themselves trailing by 3 runs. It is 4-1 Trailblazers. And Jordan Yannick continues on the mound for Luzerne. He's had some struggles in the first inning, but he got through the second inning pretty smoothly. And Bob, we have a special guest joining us for the top of the third.
Oh, we always do here, Paul. We have Rosanna Reyes. She is the Vice President of Enrollment, Management, and Student Development. My first question, Rosanna, is what is that? there's a lot going on there.
That is a long title, absolutely. So my area of responsibility at Luzerne, and thank you for having me, Bob. It's really a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for waiting.
No,
hey, your team got a big inning while you waited,
for
too.
For sure, they did. They're working really hard. And that's why we're excited to have the opportunity to talk to you today. So we have so many great things here at Luzerne, so many great students, over 5,000 students enrolled right now, many of them taking part of athletics, clubs, honor society, just a lot of exciting things going on at Luzerne right now.
And your responsibilities are what?
I oversee all of the enrollment departments, including admissions, financial aid, recruitment, counseling, advising, student activities, athletics. We also have 7 locations throughout the campus, which I also oversee, which is great to be able to have that accessibility for our students in this area.
Well, I guess talk about enrollment. Enrollment now for the next year or for the summer classes or what?
Both. So we are currently enrolling students for summer. We have 2 summer sessions, and we also have our fall semester starting in August. So we are taking applications. We're helping students with their financial aid. We also are helping our students who are about to graduate in the next few weeks.
That's
so
right.
We're helping those students get all of their transfer to the different institutions that we have partnerships with, all of their paperwork's ready so that they can go on and continue their education beyond Luzerne.
So Colin Stauffer is the batter for the Trailblazers, and for the Lions, and he has a 2-2 count as he fouls one off from Jordan Yannick. And then he fouls another one off, keeping it at 2-2.
I think hit your car, Paul.
That was close to your car. I brought the Porsche today, so I don't need any dents in that.
Ouch.
The driver that drove you down today?
I'm only kidding about that. And the 2-2 pitches in the dirt for a full count.
And a lot of opportunities for students locally to come to Luzerne, and a lot of different opportunities, no matter for majors and for, you mentioned athletics and student activities, a lot of different stuff going on.
Absolutely, yes. We have over 100 different majors. Oh, that was a good one. Over 100 different majors, many different faculty with expertise in their fields who are here not only to impart information but also to make a connection with industries for our students. So we have a nice array of activities and opportunities for students, and not to mention the fact that we are so affordable that we make education a possibility for many students who are choosing us because we are convenient, we are accessible, and we are affordable.
And you have different campuses too, right,
We
throughout
do.
northeastern Pennsylvania?
Absolutely. We have 7 locations all throughout. So that's why we consider ourselves the Northeastern Pennsylvania Communities College, because we are here to serve the entire region.
So the 3-2 pitch is grounded to Liriano on a nice easy bounce. He tosses it over to Sartini, and Stauffer is the first out of the third.
How do you help with student development? I'm sure that's career-oriented and different things like that.
Correct. We recognize that more than ever our students want to have the end in mind before they even begin. So we support students in making a decision on careers, making sure that they are following a path that leads them in the best and most effective way towards that career. So we provide support in and out of the classroom through the student development departments within the division to, again, ensure that students are successful. We have one of the best retention rate, one of the best graduation rate for community colleges in the state of Pennsylvania, and we're proud of that. We work very hard to make sure that students are successful.
Brett Kosholik lifts one to the right side, and Sartini is there to glove it one-handed for the second out. So 2 batters and 2 outs as Jordan Yannick has really settled down here. Tricky first inning for him, but he got through the second facing 4 batters, and now here in the third, 2 up and 2 down, bringing Dom Yanuzzi, the Luzerne pitcher, to the plate.
You feel like the students that come here have the opportunities in job placement, and not only in that area, but also maybe in going on to a 4-year college?
Absolutely, yes. On our last graduation survey that we did with our graduates, they reported 98% of them reported that we prepared them to transfer to the institutions that they were going on to. And 57% of our graduates who joined the workforce were reporting an annual salary between $40,000 and $60,000 annually. So we're very proud of that, and we're glad to see that our students are meeting their goals here at Luzerne.
Okay, so fly ball to center field for the third out. That was Yanuzzi flying out, and in the middle of the third inning, the score is Luzerne 4, Hazleton 1. You're watching My TV WQMY. Bottom of the third inning, and Dom Yanuzzi comes out to continue pitching. He faced 10 batters in that second inning, gave up 4 runs, but Coach Gutsy decides to stick with him, and Yanuzzi will pitch in the third.
With us still, Paul, Rosanna Reyes, the Vice President of Enrollment Management and Student Development here at Luzerne County Community College. She sticks around for a little bit longer. She wants to talk about, what, early college program?
That's right, Bob. It's a wonderful opportunity that I wanted to make sure I share with the audience. It's a program that allows high school students to enroll at Luzerne, earning college credits as they are high school students, and able to not only save money, because this is tuition that is discounted for students, but also take credits that allows them to be better prepared to move on to 4-year or to come to Luzerne and earn their associate's degree, as they're also saving financially and in time and making a decision about a major before leaving high school.
So Fausto Rodriguez bloops one up the middle, but Santos comes over, makes the play over to Kosholis for a 4-3 putout.
Yeah, nice play by Santos. That had a lot of spin on it as well. Here you see it again. He has to go a long way, make a strong throw. Koshulik makes a nice stretch, and it helps when you're 6'7" stretching there at first base.
So Dom Sartini steps in. He has singled and scored a run in this game. Swinging at the first pitch, lifts it to the left side. Malcolmus does not know where it is. It's over his head, and it drops in. Sartini chugs into second, and he'll have a double.
He's looking right into the sun as Malcolmus, and the sun is behind us, but looking right into the left fielder's eyes. Can't tell if he doesn't look like he has any sunglasses on, so he completely lost that. A break for Luzerne, a runner in scoring position.
Sartini now 2 for 2. With a single and a double.
Here you see it again, and it was obvious right from the outset that his hands are in the air. He doesn't know where it is. And there's Sartini says, hey, I better run a little bit faster.
You can't score that one an error. And Mark Schulz comes up to bat, the left fielder.
Looks like the 5th hit.
Leading hitter for Luzerne, batting .400 coming into this game.
So that early enrollment, that's a big thing now for high school students to take advantage of. Do you find like some of the other colleges, like you take those credits, or the other colleges take those credits and pass them on to maybe another school, another university that they earn from here?
Absolutely. We work very hard to make sure that if they are intending to go to another school, that they are taking courses that would apply to that major where they're going. It's important for us that we maintain that relationship with those receiving institutions, and that's why we are also very focused on the quality early college program when it is truly college credits.
So Mark Schultz flies out to Kosholik, and that's the second out of the inning. Sartini still waiting on second. Jordan Yannick comes up to bat. He had a double in the second inning and scored a run.
And if people have questions, or students have questions of the website, they can go to that or just call the...
Yes, absolutely. Just visit us online at luzerne.edu, click in the admissions office, and you'll be able to get all the information about all of our programs, including summer registration, fall, and early college.
Well, thank you for joining us, Rosanna. I appreciate you being patient with us. And then a lot of information there, and a lot of opportunities for high school students and even junior in high school to come to Luzerne. And you mentioned it's affordable. It's very affordable.
Absolutely, we are. And thank you so much for having us, and thank you for being here. We're glad to have you. Enjoy the rest of the game.
We will. Your team's winning. It's a great game so far.
It is. Thank you.
Okay, so Yanuzzi wanted to check something as he tried to make the play on the last batted ball, but he seems to be okay. And Jordan Yannick will step into bat. First pitch is in the dirt for ball one. Sartini waits on second, looking for a chance to score with 2 outs.
Hey, Yannick, I think the more baseball these guys play, the better they're going to be. They have good baseball players here. Again, depth problems and some roster problems, with numbers once in a while. But when they do play, they can play like this. I mean, putting 4 runs up in an inning, most of those with 2 outs, that's pretty good baseball, anywhere you play.
Pitch in the dirt for ball 3. Bob, just Northeast Pennsylvania in general has become very strong in baseball and in developing a national reputation. You look at some of the players that have come out of here and have reached either the pro ranks or elite college level, and it's been very impressive over the past few years. A number of players you can follow throughout, and Joe McCarthy and Witherspoon and Pappy and Spangenberg and so many other guys that are on their way up, the guys that get drafted, guys that get heavily recruited. This area, long known for a football area, is now developing a reputation for baseball.
Oh, I think baseball's overtaken football on the number of opportunities.
So Yannick draws a walk, and when the ball gets away, Sartini gets over to third base. And that's going to be considered a wild pitch. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Gage Nudo. He was beaned his first time up, and he did come on to score a run.
So Yanuzzi's pitch count up to 62 now over 2 2/3 innings. Let's see if we'd see a new pitcher maybe in the 4th, if Yanuzzi can get out of this inning. Another runner in scoring position for Luzerne. A big opportunity here for the 9-hole hitter.
Gage Nudo swings at the first pitch, and it will be strike 1. Kosholik holds Yannick on at first base. And Yanuzzi works from the stretch. Number 9 hitter Gage Nudo trying to get Sartini in from third, and foul ball into the dirt makes the count 0-2. Really a tale of 2 pitchers. Yannick struggled in the first but settled down in the second and third. Yanuzzi smooth in the first, but in the second and third he has been scuffling every at-bat. Has not allowed a run here yet. Sartini hit a 1-out double and so far has only been able to advance to third. Pitch in the dirt. Sartini's going to score. No one covering. Sartini scores standing up, and Yannick advances to second. Second wild pitch of this inning for Januzzi. Sartini has a single and double and 2 runs scored. He's having a nice day.
They are. This has got to get, the confidence boost that Luzerne can be getting is just overwhelming. I mean, you come in 0-8. You couldn't play over the weekend. Your last game, you lost 12-4 over a week ago. So just to get back on the ball field and get your legs under, and you start feeling good about yourself.
Well, yeah, Luzerne came to play here today, 0-8, but even in the pregame, rain was coming down. They were still on the field warming up.
Oh, they've been here since 12. They beat you here, Paul, this year today.
Yeah, they're here to hustle and play. They want to get that 0 out of the win column, and they got a good chance with a 5-1 score. Noodle lets one fly into center field, but Kindler is there to make the catch for the third out, but not before Luzerne pushes another one across. At the end of 3, it's 5-1 Trailblazers on MyTV WQMY.
College baseball on MyTV WQMY is presented by Luzerne County Community College.
We head to the top of the 4th. It'll be Malcolmus, Santos, and Vasquez for the Lions, facing Jordan Yannick coming out for his 4th inning. Last meeting between these two teams quite a while ago. And the winner that day was Luzerne, 11-1, 10-run rule, but that was in 2016, 3 years ago on a cold March 19th day.
How do you know it was cold?
Because it was March.
Oh, okay. You're just guessing. Most likely, right?
Yes. The winter of 2016.
Yannick going to go out now for another inning, right at 60 pitches, so he settled down from that first inning. You talked about that.
Well, he had about half of those in the first inning, right? But then since then, right, he settled down and gone pretty comfortably. In one pitch, it looks like 1 out. Malcolmus grounds it to Yannick, over to Sartini, 1 away.
Again, some of these players looking maybe to look at some other schools today. Look at an opportunity to further their education and athletic career at 4-year schools. So Yannick's throwing pretty good, and anytime you can get a lefty throwing near 90 miles an hour, Paul, that's pretty good.
Rafael Santos comes up. He's the second baseman, 0 for 1 in the game. And the second pitch is a swinging strike, making the count 1-1. The wind has been so inconsistent here. Blustery and gusty. Right now, very strong winds. You can see the camera shake. But then at times, calm as can be with no winds at all.
Welcome to northeastern Pennsylvania weather, Paul. You talked about March, but...
Yeah. Well, that's typical. April is usually a windy month. And you can see heat and cold and rain and maybe snow, but definitely wind. And the wind is blowing from right field into home plate, but it can gust in different directions from time to time. And Santos watches the curveball float by for strike 3. And that will be the first strikeout of the game for Yannick. I'm sorry, the third strikeout of the game for Yannick.
Yeah, he settled down nicely. This one's lifted up.
Joan Vasquez flies out, 3 up, 3 down here in the 4th. And in the middle of the inning, it's Luzerne 5 and Penn State Hazleton 1 on MyTV WQMY. Nick Vitale will be the new pitcher for the Lions. He comes in with a 6.91 ERA, 9 strikeouts, 9 walks, and a record of 1-0 in 14 1/3 innings. The final line on Dom Januzzi, 3 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs all earned, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, 2 hit batters, and 2 wild pitches. Dom Januzzi will stay in the lineup, and Nick Vitale will take the mound.
There you see Vitale. And left-handed pitcher throwing the off speed.
He'll face the top of the order for the Trailblazers, Liriano, Hawk, and Rimmer. None of them have a hit yet in this game. I'm sorry, Liriano does have a double. And that's the only hit of the top 3 batters. Siggy Liriano, the shortstop, steps up. 1 for 2, a double, and a pop out to second. And the first pitch for Vitale, it hit him. It hit Liriano, and he'll take his base. Not a good start for Nick Vitale.
And Vitale coming in, only gave up 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Opponents just batting 143 against him this season, and a good start for Luzerne right there.
Cole Hawk will be the batter, lefty facing a lefty. Hawk is 0 for 1 with a walk. And Vitale throws over to first. Nice and easy, not in time.
Vitale's last appearance last week, April 4th, pitched 2 2/3 inning, 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 of those earned runs, and 2 base on balls against Penn State Brandywine.
First pitch to Hawk is in the dirt, so he's delivered 2 pitches. 1 hit a batter, and 1 went in the dirt. Count is 1-0.
I don't know if he can shot at that hole now where the pitchers are going to land, but he just dug it out more.
Well, he's a lefty, Yannick is a lefty, so maybe they're using the same stride landing spot. Yanuzzi had a little trouble with it. Hawk fouls one off the left side and over the fence, out of play.
Against Penn State's Scranton, Vitale pitched 2 innings, 3 hits in that one, and 2 runs. 1 of those was earned. Did have 2 strikeouts in that.
Vitale works slowly, especially with a runner on first. He throws over to first, not in time. Concerned with Liriano advancing.
Yanuzzi did stay in the ball game. He will go as the DH and bat and continue to play, but will not field.
So Vitale probably won't bat, right? If they
Vitale will not bat. Yep.
They come around to his spot, he'll have to make a change.
No, DH will be there.
Okay.
He'll bat for Vitale.
Liriano goes to second. The throw gets away, and he will advance to third. And with no outs, Luzerne has a runner on third.
And Paul, according to the stats we got, that might be their first stolen base of the season for the Trailblazers.
Okay. Score that as a stolen base and E2 as the throw was off target.
Yeah, I don't have any stolen bases on the year for Luzerne. So runner in scoring position again for the Trailblazers, up by 4.
And then the pitch gets away, but Liriano decides to stay on third base.
And Vitale came running in too, as the pitcher should do.
And the 2-2 pitch again in the dirt. Vitale has had real control problems, and he, like Yanuzzi, keeps looking back at that pitcher's mound. And now he's making some of his own repairs on the mound, digging out that hole. He wasn't actually putting dirt in the hole.
Nope.
He was taking dirt out of the hole.
Yeah, it's a big hole. I mean, they're landing in a small hole. If you run through that hole, you'll twist your ankle. He didn't like the way he landed on that one either.
Hawk lifts one up to center field. It's tricky, but Kindler makes the catch for the out. Liriano tags, and he'll come in to score. And it's a sacrifice fly, and Luzerne takes a 6-1 lead.
That's great baseball. The center fielder, Kindler, almost didn't see the ball. He really had to make a diving catch and then had no opportunity to get Liriano coming cold. Oh, but look at this. He runs in, and I didn't think he was going to get it, and he did. Came up throwing. Too late to get the Luzerne base runner in. So stolen base, an error, and sacrifice fly. That's good baseball. That's fundamental baseball.
Get him on, get him over, get him in, and that's what the Trailblazers just did, bringing Kevin Rimmer up to the plate. Number 3 hitter, one of the top batters for these Trailblazers. Rimmer swinging and popping one up, foul and out of play. Rimmer is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch. And he's the center fielder. Vital, staring in from the windup, likes to cover his face up. Very intense stare. Max Scherzer kind of look behind the mitt. Rocks and delivers. And Rimmer lifts one into left field, and that'll be in there. Will Rimmer get to second on that? No, he rounds first, decides to hold up, and he's got his first base hit of this afternoon.
Nice hit, tailing away from the left fielder, who made a nice play on one bounce to hold Rimmer to a single, but a nice strong hit. And Luzerne has some pop in the bat today. Here you see it.
Watch the wind blow this toward the foul line. That makes it hard for Malcolmus out there. We saw Kindler have some trouble in center with the ball blowing that way, but the balls are blowing right to left when they get launched into the air. Joe Gavinonis, the catcher, is the cleanup hitter. He has a runner on first, and he's got one out, and the first pitch to him is ball 1. Gavinonis batted twice in the second inning. He struck out and popped out to the second baseman.
This ties the most runs scored this season by Luzerne. Of course, all of those were losses. They did that twice against Ocean County and Morris.
Vital checks Rimmer over at first base.
Well, if you're on base and you're Luzerne, you have to be awake because there's been some pass balls this afternoon from Penn State Hazleton.
Throw down to first, and Rimmer is back in. The Lions have paid a lot more attention to runners on bases here. There's been a stolen base, and that was Liriano stealing. But Liriano is and looks like a speedster. Rimmer doesn't quite look like the guy who's going to take off, does he?
No, he looks like a linebacker. Another tailing one. He got way ahead of that, so he's seeing the ball well. Just got to hold back a second.
Count goes 2-1 to Gavinonis. He gets the sign from Coach Carlin, who's playing with that injured wrist down in the third base coach's box.
Which he said is really hurting him. He did put ice on in between innings on it, and maybe a trip to the hospital after the game. The athletic trainer got right on it.
Vital throws over to first. Bob reminds me when I was in high school and on the baseball team taking batting practice one day, the coach threw a pitch and I lined it right up the middle, and he was safe. There was the screen there, but he actually reached up to knock it down, and it actually hit the back of his glove, bent his wrist down, and broke his wrist. He came in the next day with a cast on it, and I said, Coach Burke, did I do that too? He goes, yeah, that was on the one you hit up the middle. He said, you're the only one who hits up the middle in BP.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
I thought so, but I did it, and I broke my coach's wrist. But that day he finished throwing BP, and he kept right on coaching.
Throwing hand?
It wasn't on his throwing hand, it was on his glove hand. Strike 2, and Rimmer does in fact steal, and he'll be safe at second base.
A lot of firsts for the season for Luzerne. They're running today. That was a good jump by Rimmer. And that's tough to do against the left-handed thrower, Paul, as you know. There you see, got a good jump, and strides were a little off, but slid right in there safe.
So with one out, Trailblazers now have a runner on second, and Gavinonis, seeing a batter in scoring position, watches strike 3 go by for his second strikeout looking of this game.
Nice outside fastball from Vital, and Gavinonis knew it right from the outset.
And Vital's first strikeout, that has to give him a little confidence. He has scuffled with every batter up until this point. Fausto Rodriguez, the third baseman, comes up. He is 0 for 2 today. 2 out now, and Rimmer dancing off of second base. First pitch to Rodriguez is low and inside for ball 1.
I think just like what they did with Unuzi, Luzerne just needs to be patient at the plate. It's that simple. Wait for your pitch, and Vitale doesn't have great control either. He's going to make some mistakes, and you have to wait for that mistake if you're a batter.
No one covering back there, but Vitale wants to keep Rimmer honest. Vitale has paid very close attention to all the runners. Unuzi didn't give that much attention to them, but Vitale has really watched them closely. Lots of pickoff moves.
17th pitch coming up for Vitale.
Inside for ball 2.
Vitale usually wears number 21, so we listed, and that's number 6 on today.
Swing and a miss for Rodriguez. Strike 1. Curtis Duger wants to brush off home plate, get a better look at things. They say 2-1 is a hitter's count, a count where the pitcher really has to come and deliver him something. You don't want to play around. Not a breaking ball count, not a count where you would nibble. Pitcher usually comes right at the batter at 2-1, and it's a good opportunity for the hitter. Right down the middle. But Rodriguez out in front on that, and he fouls it off to the left side, even up the count 2-2.
Look like a changeup to you?
I would say so.
Yeah, a little bit slower than his fastball.
Rimmer's going to steal third. He's going to throw down. It's high, and Rimmer is in with a stolen base as he got the single, stole second, and now steals third. 3 stolen bases in the inning for the Trailblazers. Now a base hit by Rodriguez will score Rimmer.
Yeah, good job by Rimmer. You talked about watching him, but he's, what, a couple stolen bases this inning, Paul?
Ooh. Foul ball there. Now, a tricky question as to Rimmer stealing third. They didn't say never make the first or third out at third base. Rimmer was on second, where with 2 outs, he'd be going on anything. A single would likely score him. So not much advantage with him being at third and taking the risk in trying to steal it and possibly getting out for the third out. The 3-2 pitch to Rodriguez into left field and over Malcolmus's head. Rimmer will score, and Rodriguez will chug into second with a double, and it's a 7-1 score for Luzerne.
3rd double of the season for Fausto, and that wind took that one, Paul, as well. That really carried that ball over the left fielder's head, and Malcolmus didn't really have a chance. That's twice in this game that's happened. A nice strong hit. They're really hitting the ball, and they're really finding their spot today. Maybe it was that Erling BP they got.
7-1 Trailblazers here in the 4th. Dom Sartini, the first baseman, will come to bat. Rodriguez is on second, and the first pitch goes for a strike. Sartini is 2 for 2 with a single and a double and 2 runs scored. He has had a terrific game, and we're only in the 4th. That pitch rolls away, but Rodriguez stays at second. 6-run lead. No reason to take any chances trying to hustle for that.
Season high for Luzerne in runs for the season, and they can add on in this inning. Still 2 outs again.
The The 1-1 pitch to Sartini is a strike out on the outside corner for strike 2. Dom Yanuzzi started it, went the first 3, gave up 5 runs. Nick Vitale has come here in the 4th. He's given up 2 runs.
23rd pitch for Vitale.
And that's ball 2 to Sartini. Sartini showing patience at the plate. He has 2 hits. You know he's in a groove. He's feeling good today about his swing, so he's going to wait for his pitch. When batters are feeling good about things, they can wait for their pitch. They don't need to foul it off. They don't need to get jumpy. And Sartini just looks really comfortable right now.
Yeah, and it looks like confidence in this team.
Ball 3 outside goes to a full count.
He wanted to swing that one.
Yeah, he thought about it.
Coach Carlin not worried about that wrist now. He'll worry about that after the game.
And the 3-2 pitch to Sartini inside for ball 4, and the inning will continue. Really patient at bat by Sartini there. He just waited and outlasted Vitale. Vitale ran out of balls. So ball 4 sends Sartini on. Mark Schulz comes up to bat. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. 2 outs, 2 on here in the 4th. Schulz hits one to the right side. Santos to Karchner, and that'll be the 3rd out, but the damage is done. Trailblazers pick up 2 more, and at the end of 4, Luzerne leads Penn State Hazleton 7-1. This is college baseball on my TV, WQMY. In Nanticoke for the top of the 5th inning as Luzerne leads Penn State Hazleton 7-1 on a sunny and windy afternoon here at Luzerne County Community College. I'm Paul Grippy with Bob Ide. Happy to be with you and joined by a special guest here for the top of the 5th.
Yeah, no stranger to our broadcast, the president of Luzerne County Community College, Tom Leary. Tom, we always bring good weather, and we always bring success for your athletic programs. I think that's something we got to keep coming back for.
We have to sign a long-term contract with you guys because we win, and the weather today is perfect.
And they're playing their best baseball, so you're happy to see about that.
They're really hitting the ball. That last inning was really a terrific inning for us, and so it's great to be out here watching our team. And we're ahead of Penn State 7-1. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
So what's going on here at Luzerne?
Well, just about everything. We have a lot going on. I know that you spoke with our vice president earlier, Rosanna Reyes, and mentioned a few things. But tomorrow night we're having a big open house for our culinary program.
Yes.
And so we're inviting the community to come out and see the great technology and the equipment we have in one of the best programs in the state in culinary. And so that's just tomorrow, but this is a great time of the year for everything that when we recognize our students, for our honor societies, our athletic banquet. We have so much going on in the next month, and this is a favorite time of the year in the college calendar.
Well, culinary, Paul wants to take cooking classes, don't you, Paul?
You know, I could use them. I could use them. You know, I know how to microwave, and that's about all I know.
Well, that's a start. That's a start. That's all you need to know.
Well, the culinary program here is one of the best ones. I've heard a lot of good things about it.
It is. There's so many people that go out and get great jobs in the food industry, and we're just well, this guy's throwing pretty fast, isn't he? Yeah, he's good fastball.
I'll keep your eye on the ball.
All right, yes, I will.
President Leary,
yes,
we want to talk about Luzerne.
Yes, keep your eye on the ball.
You can do play-by-play if you want to, Paul.
Jordan Yannick, the pitcher, and the batter here is Charlie Karchner for Penn State Hazleton with a runner on first in the top of the 5th inning.
You know, as you know, we're the largest college in the area, and so one of the main features that we really like, and we like to communicate to everyone, though, even though we have that. Wild
pitch gets away from Gavinonis, and and that sends Tashler over to second base.
Yeah, you are one of the largest colleges in the area, but you also have a lot of satellite branches as well. That's growing.
We have satellite campuses in Scranton and Shamokin, Hazleton, Wilkes-Barre, Berwick, Pittston. So, yes, we're accessible just about everywhere in northeastern Pennsylvania.
And affordable. That's what Rosanna talked about as well. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah, we're very proud of the fact that one of our most important considerations is to make sure that our students don't go into debt.
All right, the pitch from Yannick is ball 4, so he starts the top of the 5th by walking the first 2 batters here. So 2 on, nobody out, and Wyatt Kindler will be the batter.
Well, Coach Carlin told me on the phone, even before the game, he was going to watch Yannick and go only 3 innings, but now that we're into the 5th, he's up to 68 pitches, and with a 6-run lead, you have you can afford now, Paul, to maybe have a bad inning now, but not too long.
Well, Yannick has had some nice long rests between innings here, and he still has a lot of speed on the ball, so he hasn't slowed down. His accuracy wasn't real good those first 2 batters, or even on this 3rd batter, and that might be the thing they want to watch because he hasn't lost any miles per hour on the pitches.
So what's on the horizon here? I mean, you're always making changes and improvements.
Well, we have 2 exciting programs that we just started. One is our ESL program, English as a Second Language, and that's to make sure that everyone has the opportunity who's moving into our community to learn the language so that they have opportunities in their life for good jobs. And the other is we have a certified recovery specialist program, which is specifically to deal with the opioid crisis and welcoming people who are in recovery. So those are 2 good programs that are going to serve a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
A called strike to make it 1-1 here on Kindler. Kindler is 0 for 2 in this game.
Look out.
Kindler fouls one off to the right side. 1-2 count. What was the thought about expanding to other campuses? I know up in Scranton in some different areas. How does that help students and just the school in general?
The floater.
Kindler flies one into left field, and Schulz gloves it easily for the first out.
I'll let you answer that.
Thank you. We have, our average age is 28. We literally have thousands of students who are between the age of 18 and 21, but then we have a lot of adult learners. And one of the keys for them is accessibility. So when you're working, when you have family obligations, when you can have a close proximity to the college, that means that you're able to take some courses, 3, 6, 9 credits, and facilitate your education without traveling a great distance. So we find that to be extremely beneficial for particularly our adult learners.
And I know there's a couple of, I don't want to call them adult learners, but they're older students on this baseball team. They have an opportunity to continue their athletic career after a couple years off, and I know Coach Carlin is welcoming them in, and you do as a college as well.
That's a great thing about a community college. There's no particular niche or age or program. It's a very diverse group of people that we serve, and I think that's one of our main strengths. To allow somebody 25 or 30 years of age to get back out on the baseball field, that's a good thing.
Or it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be baseball. It could be any other athletic
any of our
program,
sports.
right?
We have a great intercollegiate athletic program, as you know. Men's basketball, women's basketball, cross country.
Softball, don't forget what's going on, right?
They're playing right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to be going over to their game. So
okay, we'll let you go in a minute. But Yannick doing a nice job with their best hitter today. He just struck out.
Yeah, struck out swinging, and that's his 4th strikeout of this game. And Yannick has been so impressive. The first batter of the game walked and came around to score, but that's the only score for Hazleton so far in this game. Yannick now into his 5th inning. He's got a 2-hitter going, 1 run, and doing very well.
I have it as 1 hit. You have it as 2. I am looking at the stats, and they have it as a 1 hit, Paul.
Well, maybe they scored 1 as an error, but I have
2 errors?
Vasquez and Kosholik both have hits.
Okay, we'll check that out.
Let's go, Brett.
No, they have Vasquez down 0 for 2.
Well, I had Vasquez with a single and then to second on the error, so maybe they just scored that a clean error all the way, a 2-base error. My scoring had him with a single and an error.
Okay. I'm not disputing it. We're just trying to clarify.
We'll have to break out the rule book and check the video for that. So there's a pass ball that gets away, and the runners will advance to second and third.
A 1 or 2 hitter in the middle of the game is pretty good.
Yeah.
This guy's doing okay.
No, he's doing fantastic, and
Yeah.
only 4 innings coming in. Up to 83 pitches. Coach Carlin counting those.
So the 1-2 pitch is in the dirt to make it 2-2. Runners on second and third, 2 outs here in the 5th as Hazleton finds themselves in a 6-run hole. Boy, in the first inning, I never would have thought it'd be sitting here in the 5th, a 7-1 game, because the Lions really came out strong in the first. But since then, their bats have quieted down, whereas the Trailblazers' bats have really come to life.
And a couple of times with 2 outs, and that's pretty good hitting at any level. You can get out two out hits, and especially 2 out runs, and that's where a lot of the runs have come from today for the Trailblazers. Tom Leary still here, the president of Luzerne County Community College. I heard you were on the road today a little bit, right?
I was on the road. Yesterday we were down to honor our students, all the community college students across the state, the Pennsylvania All-American Academic Team.
Oh.
What special talents these students have, and it's just a great celebration for a lot of young people across Pennsylvania and community colleges.
Well, thank you for making it back in today to see us.
Kosholik fights one off. It gets through the right side. 1 run will score. A 2nd run will score. Tashler and Karchner come across on Kosholik's single. We can call that the 2nd or 3rd hit of the game for the Lions, and that makes the score 7-3.
That was a good piece of hitting, because I think that ball was in on his wrist, and he really fought that one off. It was, as we look at it again, and he drove that to right field, I should say right through the second baseman. Here you see it again. It was a little bit outside. He take that back, and a nice piece of hitting there. Gets 2 RBIs, and suddenly Penn State back in this ball game.
That pitch gets away, and Kosholik will go to third and second on the 2nd pass ball of this inning.
As soon as I sit down here, gentlemen, Penn State starts to score some runs.
Okay.
I don't know what that's about.
I don't know. We're trying to get through this innings, but so we can keep you here.
Dom Yanuzzi is the batter. He is 0 for 1. He had a walk. Yanuzzi grounds to the left side. Liriano over to Sartini, and that's the 3rd out. And Yannick gets through, but Penn State picks up 2 runs. And in the middle of the 5th, it's Luzerne 7, Hazleton 3. You're watching college baseball on MyTV, WQMY. The Lions close the gap in the top of the 5th, and we head to the bottom of the 5th with a Luzerne leading 7-3, and the batters will be Yannick, Nudo, and Liriano. So 8-9-1 in the order for the Trailblazers here at home in the bottom of the 5th. Nick Vitale continues on the mound for Penn State Hazleton. Yannick first pitch swinging up to the right side. That's going to be tricky. Watch the wind, and it does drop. Yannick gets a single to start off the bottom of the 5th.
Exactly what I was thinking, Paul. You could just tell by the 3 fielders out there and the wind started to just pick up as the ball was hit, and it blew around, and maybe that was strategic by President Leary putting the field down here. It hit the wind.
That was part of the plan.
Well,
it worked that time.
It's a tricky enough spot on the field to begin with for any kind of fielding, but then when you add in this gusty wind and 3 guys chasing after it, and that's what happens. The ball ends up on the ground, and you get a base hit.
I think Yannick just wanted to rest. He swung at the first pitch. I'm thinking he wanted to go in for a break. Instead, he's on first.
The good thing about baseball, that's like a line shot single, right?
Yep.
In the scoreboard, it all counts.
Yep.
Right, in the scorebook.
Gage Nudo steps up. He is 0 for 1 with a run scored. Yannick on first base. Nudo looking to bunt, but pops one up and over the fence. Foul ball out of play. Tom, you much of a baseball player in your day?
I love playing baseball, and then later on softball. It's just a lot of fun. It's a very relaxing game, and as they say, there's no clock, right? So you enjoy it for a while.
And no doubt he was a power hitter.
I could.
Nudo continues his bunt attempt, gets it down. Vitale fields it over to Kosholik. good enough to advance Yannick over to second base.
Good job turning the order over now, Paul. Get to the top of the lineup, Liriano with a runner in scoring position. Good team baseball today by Luzerne. I think Coach Carlin, no matter what happens, is going to be happy with at least the way the team's played.
Sagi Liriano steps up, top of the order. Liriano is 1 for 1 with a run scored. He had a double. He was hit by a pitch. He has stolen a base. Yannick is on second. Liriano is the batter.
We'll have a couple more questions for President Leary and see what this one is first.
Liriano off to the left side, but that one's going to be out of play. Stauffer chases it. No room to catch it.
Because you got to get over the softball. We don't want to miss that. So
I was just going to say though, that bunting is a lost start.
Yeah.
That's good to see, isn't it?
Especially in the majors, no one bunts anymore, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Some stat sheet says it's not worth it, but it seems to be a pretty good attempt if they have the infield shift on you, but no one ever wants to do it.
Nope.
But don't get me started on the major leagues because we'll be here all day. So 0-1 the count to Liriano, trying to get Yannick in from second here in the 5th inning.
we talked about some of the future plans. What do you what's the next goal for this college?
The goal is that we want to make sure that we raise the level of educational attainment in northeastern Pennsylvania. And as long as we continue to create the kinds of programs that are going to have a connection to the community, we keep our tuition low so there's no incursion of debt. And we continue to build our foundation to increase our scholarship opportunities. There's so many people that are giving and contributing money for scholarships to Luzerne County Community College. We need to stay focused on how we can serve the community in a significant way as we have in the past, and keep building on that momentum.
And that's a good note to say goodbye to. Thank you, President Leary. Luzerne.edu is the website, of course.
Yes.
So you want to check in on that, and a lot of good things happening here as that one's lifted. Paul, at you.
Liriano fouls one off and again out of play.
Well, thank you for having us.
It's always great
again.
to be with you guys.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Thank
it was
you
my
so much,
pleasure.
Tom.
Take care.
Thanks. Tom Leary, president of Luzerne County Community College, enjoying some baseball and enjoying the progress this school has made. Always happy to be here. Good relationship with Luzerne and my TV WQMY.
Absolutely, for the last 3-4 years.
In the meantime, Liriano is 1-2, and Yannick is dancing around second base, hoping to get knocked in.
1-2.
Nick Vitale showing very patient and slow moving once he gets a runner on base.
34th pitch coming up. He's pitched inning and a third so far. 2 earned runs.
2 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, a strikeout, a hit batter. Liriano fouls again.
That one hung up there a little bit, and Liriano, though, chopped it into the ground. Now, it's tough for the left side of the infield and the outfield as the sun is coming over our shoulders now to see on a pop fly or anything up in the air.
The sun beginning to set off the first base side, and so that'll make it tough for the left side of the field, your left fielders, your third baseman. Even a bit of the batter, although the batter's looking out at the pitcher, but the sun is right in his line of sight.
Here we go.
Liriano pops up to the left side. The winds are calm right now, but that's tricky. Malcolmus makes the catch and prevents the base hit.
Well, that time the left fielder, Malcolmus, saw the ball, but again, you mentioned the wind, Paul, exactly right, because once that ball goes up in the air, it's swirling up there, and it really hung up there, and it was a good catch.
So with 2 outs, Cole Hawk comes up to bat, and he is 0 for 1. He has a walk and a sacrifice fly. He has an RBI in today's game.
Another 2-out opportunity for the Trailblazers to get a run in.
Jordan Yannick led off with a single. He managed to advance to second on a sacrifice bunt, but he has been stranded there since.
And they scored a run, Paul, in the last 3 innings of this game. Have the Trailblazers.
First pitch to Hawk is ball 1.
4 in the second, a run in the third, and 2 in the fourth. Well, you never knew it would rain before. Beautiful blue sky now.
Yeah, clouds are also breaking up too. We had mostly cloudy skies, now hardly cloudy. And I think we're getting fewer and fewer wind gusts, although we're still getting them, and they'll still wreak havoc on this game. You know, one issue, there's no flag here, and so it's sometimes tough to tell what way the wind is blowing. And that's for the players as well as the broadcasters. Hawk swing and a miss, and that'll be strike one. And he runs the count to 2-1. I'll be curious if Yannick comes back to pitch. He led off this inning. He's been on the bases the whole time. He has not had a chance to rest. And that can really affect the pitcher, especially when we go into the 6th inning. Hawk into right field. Tashler is there and makes the 3rd out. So 4 batters come up, nobody scores, and at the end of 5, the score is Luzerne 7, Hazleton 3. You're watching college baseball on MyTV WQMY.
College baseball on MyTV WQMY is presented by Luzerne County Community College.
We head to the 6th. It is 7-3 Luzerne, and recapping the game, Hazleton scored 1 in the first to take a 1-0 lead, but then Luzerne built up a 7-1 lead. Well, in the top of the 5th inning, Hazleton added 2 to make it 7-3, and Jordan Yannick comes back out to the mound for his 6th inning of work, and he has been cruising along since struggling in the first.
Oh, he absolutely has been cruising along. He found his control ball. We talked about that early on, and he's up to 90 pitches so far. Coach says one more inning for him if he can get out of this unscathed, but really he's got his fastball up what, 88 to 90, which was projected coming in, and he's working in the changeup and the curve.
Josh Malcolmus steps in. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 in the order for the Lions. Malcolmus, Santos, and Vasquez.
See if Penn State can get things going. Again, winners of 4 of the last 6 games.
Malcolmus is 0 for 2 in the game. He reached on an error and he grounded out.
Now this is where we'll have to take a look, keep an eye on Yannick, as you know, Paul. What's his control like? Is he around the plate? Does it look like his velocity's down? Well, he only pitched 4 innings coming in. Now he's almost doubled that.
There is curveball missed, and then on top of that, he stood the entire previous inning on the base paths. He was the leadoff hitter. He singled, and he stayed on the base. He didn't get to rest, and that can affect the pitcher. Malcolmus flies one into center field. Rimmer is there and gloves it easily.
Especially his legs, right?
Yes.
So just let your defense do the work. Just throw the ball over the plate, and hopefully it finds the guys in the white uniforms, and that's all you can hope for at this point. 4-run lead, pretty good.
Rafael Santos steps up, and he's 0 for 2. Santos is the second baseman for the Lions. A righty facing a lefty, and he starts off with a 2-0 count.
I mean, for the most part, he's controlled the 3, 4, 5 hitters, and that's what you need to do. Paul, I mean, Katsulich has a couple hits, but Stauffer, their leading hitter coming in, has pulled an over, and along with Yanuzzi, who's batting in the 5th hole, no hits for him.
And the 2-1 pitch is a ball away, and that makes it 3-1. Boy, he had a little extra speed on that one to get strike 2, making it a full count. Yannick has really battled. I give him credit. I mean, that first inning, I never thought we would be seeing him in the 6th. And now here he is. He has to be running on fumes in the 6th, and he's still cranking it up. And he gets the strikeout, but the ball gets away. Santos tries to advance, but put out at first base. The old 2-3 put out. So another strikeout for Yannick. He gets a fly ball and then a strikeout, and that's his 4th of the game. Second strikeout for Santos, and that'll bring Joan Vasquez up, the catcher, and he is 1 for 2 today.
It just seems like the hitters for Luzerne have played off of what Yannick has done on the mound. I mean, as Yannick's gotten better, the hitting's gotten better for Luzerne. I mean, you need that combination in a game, and Luzerne hasn't had that this year.
Well, here's the batter we disagree on. One scoring says he reached on an error, and then my scoring says a single, and he went to second on the error. So I'm giving him a hit and saying he's 1 for 2.
I'm just going off the stats online that they're providing from Penn State Hazleton today, which I appreciate.
So they gave him an error all the way, and I was generous with the single. So a little bit of the opposite. You would think the home scoring would give him the hit.
Well, I'll check with the home scorer after this inning if you want.
Maybe there's a replay of his at-bat in the second inning, but
our crew will be on that, I can tell you immediately.
I scored that as single and an error.
We'll check on that. But no matter what, Yannick's pitched pretty well.
Yeah.
And he's a sophomore, so he may be looking on to getting up to another university or college, continuing his career. I mean, when you have velocity like that in the upper 80s, someone's going to look at you.
Plus, he's a lefty.
Yeah.
And I am impressed with his performance today. And especially that curveball that got him to swing and strike 3. And he comes back with a 1-2-3 6th inning. And as we go to the bottom of the 6th, it's Luzerne 7, Hazleton 3. This is college baseball on MyTV WQMY. Bottom of the 6th inning at Luzerne County Community College in Nanticoke, and the Trailblazers lead the Penn State Hazleton Lions 7-3. It'll be 3-4-5 in the order for the Trailblazers: Rimmer, Gavinonis, and Rodriguez. As Luzerne looks to add to their lead and pick up their first win of the season, starting off 0-8, but right now looking like they're going to change that O in the win column.
Yeah, looking pretty good right now. Vital, the pitcher for Penn State Hazleton, has thrown 43 pitches so far in 2 innings of work, relief work from Dominic Unuzzi, who started this game. He's on the hook, for 5 runs, Paul? Yeah, 5 earned runs from Unuzzi.
So Rimmer takes strike 1, and he is 1 for 2 in the game. Single, a couple of stolen bases, and a run scored.
And the stolen bases, as you just mentioned, led to that run scored, and something Luzerne hasn't done much of this year, or run the base path, get some stolen bases in there. That helped them today.
And that'll be ball 1 low. So it's a 1-2 count to Rimmer, the center fielder. And I don't see anyone warming up for Luzerne.
Well, they don't really have anybody that's going to warm up is already in playing. So
I think that was the last inning for Yannick, though. But he was strong that inning. He had a 1-2-3 inning.
Yannick will not be coming in for the next inning.
2-2 now to Rimmer, facing Nick Vital. Looks like the ball hit him, so he will take his base.
Yeah, it's a couple hit batters today for the Penn State pitchers.
Well, that's the second time Rimmer has been hit by a pitch today. 4 hit batters totals. Vital hit 2 and Unuzzi hit 2. So Rimmer takes first base. Where'd the ball hit him? Around the foot? Yeah, it hit him in the left ankle.
That's tough to do. That pitch was going to be short then.
And so for the 3rd inning in a row, Luzerne gets the leadoff runner on. Batter now is Joe Gavinonis, the catcher. He is 0 for 3 today. Vital pitches 1-0. Gavinonis pops it straight up. Foul territory on the left side. Vasquez goes over. And he does not
Nope.
make the play.
I think the wind took that as well. He was scrambling all over the place. There's plenty of room for a foul out.
Vasquez is saying Stauffer should have called me off, and
Yeah.
it probably should have been
Yeah.
Stauffer, the third baseman's play.
Here you see it again. A couple guys running around. And
They're looking
yep.
right into the
Yeah,
sun.
yeah.
You can
Yep.
tell the sun
Yep.
is just blaring in their eyes there.
Tough to find that ball.
So it just goes as a quirky strike here, and it's a 1-1 count to Gavinonis.
Not much lead for Rimmer.
And that pitch goes in the dirt, so that'll be ball 2.
I think if you ask the Penn State Hazleton pitchers after this game about the mound, they do not like it because Vitale just looked down again at the mound.
Well, if you can see the mound is very steep. It's certainly the regulation height to the rubber, but all around that, it's a steep downhill. A lot of mounds are a bigger, more gradual incline. This one is a steep incline. Now, pitchers usually like that, but right now it's been giving the Lions pitchers some troubles today, both Yanuzzi and Vitale. So 3-1 the count to Gavinonis. As Rimmer dances off of first base, Gavinonis swing and a miss for a full count. Now Gavinonis has struck out twice in this game, both times looking.
Yeah, had trouble seeing the ball at the plate today or something because usually better hitter than this.
He checks the sign from Tom Carlin, but with a full count, he's not going to get any kind of a sign. 3-2 pitch. It is his third strikeout looking today. Gavinonis thought that was ball 4, but he will head to the bench.
We'll have to see where that one is if we have a replay of it from center field. But he disagreed with the umpire, as they say.
Fausto Rodriguez comes up with 1 out. He is 1 for 3. Hit a double in the 4th inning. First pitch is in the dirt, and that's ball 1. Vasquez has done a good job blocking that. There have been a few pitches in the dirt since Rimmer got on first base. Fausto has been consistently good at that.
Not much lead again for Rimmer. Does look like
1-0 pitch from the lefty. This one comes in high for ball 2.
yeah.
Vitale has consistently fallen behind in counts all day.
Yeah, that's no doubt about that, Paul. And that can lead to bad things if you're Penn State Hazleton. Now, can Rodriguez take advantage of that?
Come on, Nick.
The 2-0 pitch, low and away.
Yeah,
3-0 to Rodriguez.
Pitchers have struggled with control today at some point.
Let's go. Let's go, Nicky B. You got it.
And Vitale now falling into that category with 1 out. Got a 9-inning game today for the Battle of Luzerne County here.
3-0 pitch, right down the middle for strike 1. Rodriguez was taking all the way. Up 7-3 in the 6th. No sense in just swinging freely at 3-0 pitches.
No, not when your pitch counts up near at 54 over 3 innings.
Rimmer goes. The dribbler to the left side. Stauffer over to first, and Rodriguez is out.
Yeah, if Rodriguez ran a little bit faster, had more speed, he would have beat that out, but Stauffer knew it. He gained his control nicely from the third base spot, and they made a strong throw over to the first baseman. It advances Rimmer to second, though. An opportunity for another run for the Trailblazers.
That brings up Dom Sartini, the first baseman. He's had a good day. A single, a double, and a walk. He has 2 runs scored. Rimmer on second now with 2 outs. Sartini trying to get him in. And again, another pitch in the dirt for ball 1.
He had a good ball to strike ratio going in, but just 32 strikes and 59 pitches for Vitale. So he's ahead of that, but he has struggled, as you mentioned, Paul, getting ahead of the count.
The 1-0 pitch is down the middle for strike one. Rimmer trying to steal third. Sartini pulls the trigger, but hits it foul, and Rimmer will trot back to second.
I'll tell you what, I'll give Carlin a lot of credit. He didn't flinch after getting hit before.
We talked about that in the fourth inning. Rimmer attempted to steal third with 2 outs, and here we are again in the 6th inning where he attempts to steal third with 2 outs. Well, it worked in the 4th, so I really can't say he's doing the wrong thing. But normally you don't want to try to steal third with 2 outs.
I guess he just, trying to be aggressive. 0-8 coming in. Yep. Got nothing to lose. Ooh, that was a tough one to take. A little,
pitch
maybe a little inside. Yeah.
Ball 2, so a 2-2 count.
Beautiful day for baseball.
And another pitch in the dirt runs the count to full. So 3-2 count, 2 outs. Rimmer is on second. Sartini looking to keep his perfect day going as he is 2 for 2.
I don't think I've ever seen it. Vitale took his glove off and caught the ball with his bare hand in disgust.
Sartini pops one up off the right side. Foul out of play near Bob Ide's car.
Oh, no, not my car.
No, okay.
He fought that one off. He's lucky he didn't miss that one. So, you see how far ahead he is in the plate, Paul? He's way in front of the plate.
He gets up in the box.
Yeah, definitely.
Vitale wants to check Rimmer back at second. No one is holding Rimmer on. But Rimmer has shown an urge to steal. Rimmer has 2 stolen bases today. And the 3-2 pitch to Sartini is ball 4. And Sartini has his second walk of the game.
Vasquez at the catcher position wanted to throw that one down quickly to Rimmer, but the shortstop, Karchner, didn't even come over.
Second walk for Vitale. He also has 2 strikeouts. And the 5th batter of this inning will be Mark Schulz, the left fielder. He is 0 for 2 with a run scored. First pitch swinging and fouls it out of play. And really, for the first time in a while, Vitale is ahead on a batter. Usually his first pitch has just been ball 1 every time. He's been working from behind.
But Luzerne making him throw strikes, and that's what you want to do. Get the pitch count up, make him throw the perfect pitch. And they're working the count well.
Schulz, the number 7 batter in the order. On deck is the pitcher, Jordan Yannick. Yannick is 2 for 2 batting today. And Schulz
that should do it.
Strike 3 looking, and that'll end the 6th inning. No hits and no runs, and we have Luzerne leading Penn State Hazleton 7-3. This is college baseball on MyTV WQMY. So Jordan Yannick's day is done for the Trailblazers. Kevin Rimmer comes in from center field to relieve him. And Rimmer is a righty. Yannick was a lefty, so now the Lions will be facing a right-handed thrower.
And there you see 11 ERA, 3 strikeouts on the year, 4 innings pitched. Has a fastball curve and the change. Big kid on the mound, and what a day by Yannick. 105 total pitches, Paul. 60 of those for a strike, 3 ERA leaving this, and you couldn't ask for a better outing if you're Tom Carlin for the Trailblazers. I'll tell you what. he pitched a heck of a game.
Well, the numbers on Jordan Yannick: 6 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs all earned, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. So you have to give the guy credit. He really scuffled in that first inning. 6 guys went up to the plate, but he only allowed 1 run. He settled down from there, gave up 2 more in the 5th, had a 1-2-3 6th inning. And so he has been a terrific pitcher and really a terrific hitter. He is due to lead off the bottom of the 7th, and Jordan Yannick is 2 for 2 batting today. So like they say, he's having a good career today. So for the Lions, it'll be 9-1-2, Tashler, Karchner, and Kindler. And Tashler swings at the first pitch, sends it down the right side, and foul. Tashler today is 0 for 1. He has a walk and a run scored.
Now Rimmer on the mound. Let's see where he lands his foot, because Vitale really dug it out. Oh, he's ahead of it now.
Yeah.
He's not even worried about that spot that he dug out. Again, playing 9 innings today.
And the wind kicks up again. And Rimmer delivers, and Tashler gets it through the right side for a leadoff single here in the top of the 7th inning.
You got to watch. You say, this Penn State Hazleton team can hit the ball. I mean, coming in, they had a batting average around 242. There you see the compact swing. Tashler right between the second and first baseman. They kind of looked at each other. And now the Lions starting to get a little live in their dugout.
Again, a Lions roar from on the third base side here. Well, they need a bit of a rally here. They're running out of outs. 7th inning, they find themselves down by 4. Charles Karchner is the batter. He's the leadoff hitter. And he has walked, struck out, and walked. He has scored 2 runs. So 0 for 1 with 2 runs.
Overall, this season, Penn State has scored just about 8 runs per game.
Curveball floats in for strike 2. Karchner has an 0-2 count. The 0-2 pitch, and that's strike 3. 3-pitch strikeout, and it's a strikeout looking as Karchner strikes out for the 2nd time today. Wyatt Kindler will be the batter. He's the center fielder. He is 0 for 3 in this game. First pitch to him comes in for a ball. So Rimmer did nice. He let up the weak single to start the inning, but comes back with a 3-pitch strikeout. And now Kindler sends one into left field, and that'll be a base hit. Tashler goes over to second. It'll be first and second with 1 out.
Yeah, now your conference hitter of the week is up, even though he's pulled an 0 for today. I mean, Stauffer was hitting .444 coming in, as you see the last hit. An opportunity for him with 2 men on, and what, 1 out, Paul, right?
2 on, 1 out here.
I mean, he hit it. Oh, there it is, ripped.
Stauffer lifts one deep to right field over Nudo's head. Tashler will come in to score. Karchner collided with Liriano at second, so Karchner will only go to third, but Stauffer ends up on second base with an RBI double.
I think the umpire is pointing. Let's see if they're going to say interference. They're scoring the run, Paul, as you called it. And here's the hit from Stauffer. He didn't waste any time jumping on the fastball. Put it right over the right fielder's head and got on his horse. And as you mentioned, the base runner ran into what, the shortstop, Paul?
Liriano, yes.
Yeah, so he's going to score. Coach Carlin's going to come out and dispute it.
Yes.
Will they move? They won't. Well, will they put Stauffer on third? That's the question.
That is a good question. He did reach third, so you have to say he would have gotten an extra base.
Nope, they're bringing him back out now.
Okay.
So take the run off the board.
But he did actually reach third. Yeah. Okay, so now I have to use my eraser.
Yes, you do. So it's second and third, and boy, something going on now as the top hitter of the game so far is up, Paul, and Kashulak. So much for that 6-run lead.
All right, so here we have Brett Koshulek, the first baseman, coming up to bat. And
Peralta warming up. Sorry, Paul. You see Peralta there warming up.
He's 2 for 3. Runners on second and third. And a weak dribbler on the left side. Rimmer goes home, and he is safe. Kindler gets in there. And so it's a fielder's choice and a run scored.
Sometimes those weak ground balls right in front are the toughest to handle. And Rimmer didn't do a good job getting off the mound. We're going to have a pinch runner, Paul, for Koshulek. He didn't do a good job getting off the mound, and then the throw was late, but a nice slide by the Penn State runner. Here you see it again. Again, Rimmer didn't get a good jump. Double clutched. The throw beat him, but couldn't get the tag down in time.
Throw came in high. Rimmer made the right play, though, because to spin over to first would have been a little tricky on the footwork. And home plate was directly in front of him. He had enough time, but the throw just simply came in high, and Gavinonis couldn't get the tag down.
Okay, the pinch runner is out. Koshulek's back.
Okay.
So I don't think they wanted to take him out of the game.
So Dom Yanuzzi will be the batter.
So Lions
and he's the
get a couple this inning. Yeah.
So now we have first and third with 1 out here in the 7th inning.
Coach Carlin now starting to get into his fingernails a little bit. This is tough because you threw your best pitcher, and now Rimmer's got to hold on. And this is where the depth comes in. Not much on Luzerne this year. So now you're going to have to use some guys who haven't pitched a lot. Rimmer coming in only had 4 innings under about 11 ERA. Another slow one.
Yanuzzi, a dribbler. It's in fair territory. They're going to have to make the play. They say it hit the foot. The base umpire says it hit the batter's foot, and it is a foul ball.
Break for Luzerne.
That is, because he would have been safe at first, although Koshulek wasn't advancing, so they might have caught Koshulek off first base. So Dom Yanuzzi's at-bat will continue.
Yep, just saw it at the tail end there. It did go off his foot. Good call.
Looks like we have a 2-2 count. And the curveball, Yanuzzi pops it up to the left side, and Rodriguez gloves it easily.
Good call. Whoever called that was a good pitch. Got Yanuzzi out in front, and an easy infield fly.
Josh Malcolmus will be the batter. He's 0 for 3 in this game.
Let's see if Vitale comes out for Penn State again. We'll check that out at the top of the inning. As Hazleton got 2 runs so far this inning, an opportunity to add on.
First pitch catches the strike zone, and it's strike 1. 0-1 now to Malcolmus. Runners in first and second with 2 outs now. Koshulek not a threat to steal.
I'll have to check on my stat guy from Penn State. He didn't put Rimmer around the mound, so he's giving all these things to Yannick. All the runs and everything. So that's absolutely not true, as we know.
Rimmer throws strike 2.
A little high.
Koshulek helps himself to second base. A little defensive indifference there. They don't bother to make the throw down. Ball inside will make it a full count. The Lions have a chance to really get right back into this game here in the 7th inning. 2 runners in scoring position, but 2 outs. They're going to need a hit to get them in. Malcolmus 0 for 3 today. The pitch from Rimmer, grounded to the right side. Hawk over to Sartini. The ball is in the dirt. It's an error on Hawk, and Stauffer will score. And that will get the Lions within 1.
Man, the second to first base throw killed Steve Sachs's career. Remember that? And,
oh, yes.
That one is, you know, that's the easiest throw you would think you have to make. All you got to do is put it right at the guy's chest, and Hawk had a tough time. Has been out here a lot, and in the dirt, Sartini couldn't pick it up, and a break for Penn State now, and they got a little momentum now.
So Kosciulik advanced to third. So first and third, and that'll bring Rafael Santos up to bat. And Malcolmus steals second base. And another stolen base here in the game. Rafael Santos is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. And suddenly the Lions are within 1. At one point, Luzerne led 7-1, but here it's 7-6 with Penn State having 2 runners on. Jordan Yannick pitched 6 consistent and smooth innings, but here in the 7th, the Lions have now sent 8 batters to the plates. Santos swings.
And they should be out of the inning. That was an error on the throw, right,
Yes,
Paul?
that's right.
And they should have been out in the inning. The third error of the game for Luzerne.
Fourth
error. Good pitch by Rimmer. He's not gonna give in. He's throwing a nice fastball. Let's see if he comes with the curveball now to get the out. Oh, excuse me. He's got one more strike.
The 2-1 pitch. Santos pops it up to the right side. Rimmer's there to glove it and end the inning. But the Lions get 3, and in the 7th inning stretch, Luzerne leads Hazleton 7-6. You're watching college baseball on MyTV, WQMY.
College baseball on MyTV WQMY is presented by Luzerne County Community College.
Penn State Hazleton brings Jacob Tashler to the mound for the bottom of the 7th inning. His team now within 1 run, and Hashler has pitched fairly well in the 6th and the 3rd innings that he's been out.
Yeah, he definitely has. 2.84 ERA, just in 2 strikeouts, only 7 hits with 2 runs on that. And see what Tashler has done his last outing. Last time he pitched was April 4th against Brandywine. He pitched 2 innings in that one and just had 1 hit in that game, so he pitched very well. And before that, against Penn State Scranton, he pitched 3 innings, just 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 of those earned. And that's, he's pitched fairly well, coming in now in relief, trying to hold on and give Penn State an opportunity to get back in this one. Now for the Trailblazers, if you're Yannick, you got to jump on him. Make him pitch a little bit. Ooh.
Well, the final stats on Nick Vitale, he went 3 innings, only gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts and 2 hit batters. So 2s across the board for Nick Vitale in his 3 innings of pitching. Tashler will face 8-9-1 in the order. Jordan Yannick, Gage Nudo, and Siggy Liriano here in the bottom of the 7th inning, as Luzerne has not scored since the 4th. And at one time they had a 7-1 lead. Now it's a 7-6 lead.
Well, their best hitter today is up. So let's see. Yannick last time jumped on the first pitch. He wanted to do there, but
Yannick is 2 for 2, a single and a double with a run scored. He also walked.
So tall left-hander.
And he sees ball 2, so he starts off 2-0. And you have to ask the question, is Tashler having trouble with the pitcher's mound?
That's what I was just going to say. And look at that's exactly what he's looking at.
He's pitching third base side of the rubber to help avoid that.
I don't even think he's on the rubber. I think he's ahead of it. If you get from this angle here, we have barely touching it.
2-1 count now to Yannick. And a single off the pitcher's mound and through the middle into center field, and that makes him 3 for 3 in the game. That's a pretty good day for Jordan Yannick, who's pitched well and hit well.
Oh, he's definitely the MVP of this game if Luzerne can hold on, and hopefully they can. Put up most runs so far this season. Here you see it again, good piece of hitting. Off speed, right over the plate, hung up there a little bit. And Yannick took advantage of it. So man on to begin this inning, no outs. See if he bunts. Last time they did a good job getting him over, and that's exactly.
Gage Nudo lays one down and looks like it went foul.
The wind blew it foul.
Nudo was hit by a pitch, flew out to center, and got the sacrifice bunt down in this game.
I suspect he'll square around this time as well, Paul. Did a nice job of it last time, but third baseman's in because Schulich's holding on Yannick.
Well, he's batting 158. He is the number 9 hitter. So he has to help the team any way he can, and if it's not by swinging the bat, then bunting's going to be that way. But he bunts the next one foul as well, and now has 0-2 in the count.
Well, that was a little high, and he probably should have came back around, but instead got some lid on it.
Now that's an old pitching strategy. If you know the batter's going to bunt, throw a high ball, because high balls are very hard to bunt. I don't know if Tashler intended to do that, but it did work if he intended it, because Nudo bunted it up and over the screen.
Oh.
And then he pulls one down the left side for a base hit into left field. And who needs bunting when you can rip singles like that?
Hey, that's a hitter's dream. You have to, you get 2 on the bunt, and then you're just gonna swing one and get ahead of it. A little high, but because the third baseman was in Stauffer, it went under his glove. Opportunity now for Luzerne.
Yeah, Colin Stauffer really had no chance to handle that. It was such a sharply hit ball, and he was in playing the bunt at third base. So it's squirted by him. Base hit for Nudo, and that takes us to the top of the order. Segui Liriano batting with nobody out and 2 runners on. Liriano swings at the first pitch, lifts it into shallow left field, and it drops in there, but the runners were unable to advance, and now Yannick goes over to third base. Nudo moves up to second base, and Liriano has a single. 3 singles to start off the bottom of the 7th here for the Trailblazers.
Baseball gods are with Luzerne today because that fell in, and because Liriano swung at the first pitch. Probably not a good idea, but he got lucky because the shortstop was playing in a little bit. Couldn't get out there. Runners advance after the off throw, and we got bases loaded, Paul.
Liriano now 2 for 4. Cole Hawk will step up with the bases loaded and nobody out. Hawk is 0 for 2.
Squeeze?
I think you're just swinging away, looking for a sacrifice fly at this point. You'll even take a double play.
Yeah, the corners are in, Paul. The second and third looking for a double play. And boy, the pitcher didn't help him there by taking it right over the little high on the pitch for Tashler.
The 1-0 pitch is a strike, and it's a 1-1 count. Tashler has faced 3 batters and given up 3 singles. Right now he's looking for a triple play. Vasquez does a good job keeping the ball controlled, preventing Yannick from scoring from third.
Well, Coach Carlin talked to his team in a group before they went out to hit, saying we got to get these runs back, and that definitely have time here, and they definitely have opportunity.
Hawk
foul ball.
Hits the foul ball. That'll still be strike 2.
A break for the Trailblazers. Protect the plate now if you're Hawk. You want to just get this ball in play. Running from the left side, it'll be tough to double him up unless it's a strong, hard hit ball.
It'll be a 2-2. Tashler the lefty, Hawk the lefty. Bases loaded pitch. It's down. No, right down the middle for strike 3. And Hawk is the first out of the 7th inning. Tashler bore down, found a little something extra there, and got the strikeout when he needed it.
But this is the heart of the order coming up now. These are the big bats, as they say, the big guys in the.
Kevin Rimmer, the pitcher, is 1 for 2. He has a run scored, and bases loaded, 1-out situation.
Look for him to drive the ball. At least get the run in on a sack. Love to get it into the gaps.
1-0 pitch to Rimmer. That's high for ball 2. Rimmer's the number 3 hitter in the lineup. Came in hitting .385 today with a .467 on-base percentage from down the road in Plymouth.
That he did, and he's ahead of the count now. Nowhere to put him. Take a couple here, but if he gets one to crank, you're gonna.
You think he's taking here or swinging?
If it's over the plate, he's swinging.
It has to be over the plate,
Yep.
and he's taking strike 1.
Okay, set up now.
And a big swing for strike 2.
I think he took a little bit off that pitch.
So he went from 3-0 to having a full count. The payoff pitch to Rimmer. He sees ball 4, and that will bring in a run. Rimmer walks again. And Yannick comes in to score. It's an 8-6 ball game.
Well, they got one of those back. So they came out with the bats. Got 3 hits, Paul. Put a walk together now. Good job by Rimmer. And now, even though Gavinonis hasn't had the best days, there's an opportunity here with the bases loaded. Oh, he got ahead of that. He wanted that.
Foul ball, and it'll be strike 1 for Joe Gavinonis, who is 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts looking.
Yeah. But a chance here to redeem yourself. The 0 for is going to look good if he gets a hit here. Doesn't matter. Drive some runs in.
Bases loaded, 1 out, and there's strike 2. And ball 1 to Gavinonis.
Good job just taking that, especially after 3 strikeouts today. Not eager at all. Oh, another one.
Oh boy, that is his 4th strikeout looking on the day. Not the way you want to go down. 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts looking.
And with the bases loaded, I mean, this is a golden opportunity. Luzerne has stepped up in these positions, though, today with 2 outs. Let's see if what Rodriguez up.
Fausto Rodriguez, 1 for 4 today. He had a double in the 4th inning.
Yeah, they're going to need it here. They need some. This is a single here. Just get a single might score 2.
And he knocked in an RBI.
Oh, a little low on that. They have 1 back. I think we'll be seeing it. I think Rimmer's out going into the 8th. Fausto had the gear on the catch, so we'll see who's going to take the mound. But chance here for Luzerne.
Rodriguez swings and lifts 1, foul off the left side. Stauffer will chase it, but he won't get there in time. Lots of foul room here at Luzerne Community College.
Maybe is that the missed chance that you needed, Paul? He probably should have maybe held up just a little bit, straightened that out. That would have been down the line and scored 2 at least. Now the pitcher's ahead. Tasher's thrown 12 strikes with 19 pitches. Get it in.
Ground ball gets through the left side. Nudo scores. Liriano comes in to score. And Rodriguez goes to second base. 2 more runs for the Trailblazers here. It's 10-6 in the 7th.
Paul, maybe you can look this up, but how many 2-out RBIs do they have today? I mean, again, Luzerne doing the job at the plate when they needed to. It wasn't a strong hit, but the 1-run scores easily. Then he misses the cutoff. It rolls in. Liriano does a nice job base running, the slow dribbler into the catcher, and they grab another one. They get 3 of those back, Paul.
Pop up to the right side, and that will end the 7th inning. But Luzerne picks up 3 more runs, and at the end of 7, they lead Penn State Hazleton 10-6. This is college baseball on MyTV WQMY.
College baseball on MyTV WQMY is presented by Luzerne County Community College.
We head to the 8th as Luzerne leads Hazleton 10-6. And the Trailblazers will throw a new pitcher on the mound. The catcher, Joe Gavinotis, sheds the gear and heads out to the mound, and he'll be the pitcher for the Trailblazers.
Gavinotis' 6th appearance on the year. 14 innings pitched, 25 hits, 28 runs, 19 of those earned. 10 base on balls, 9 strikeouts, and 12.21 ERA. Kid who played high school ball, then had to have a little bit of surgery and has come back. And he's a little bit older than a normal freshman, trying to get his career back. Started a great kid, talked to him last week, very intelligent, well-spoken. Played catcher. He has a strong arm throwing the ball down from the catcher position, but now he'll take the mound for the save here, I think, for Luzerne. But good job by the Trailblazers, Paul, to get 3 of those back in that inning.
So Fausto Rodriguez goes behind the plate, and Kevin Rimmer will head over to third base as he was the last pitcher. The final numbers on Rimmer: 1 inning, 2 hits, 3 runs. 2 of them were earned, and he also had a strikeout. So it's 10-6 here, top of the 8th. We're going 9 innings, and time running out for the Lions. They got it within 1 at 7-6, but then they gave up 3 more, and now they find themselves in a 4-run hole here in the 8th. It'll be 8-9-1 in the order. Vasquez, Tashler, and Karchner for the Lions.
I don't know if Luzerne has any more pitchers, and so it's up to Gavinotis to hold on to this one for Luzerne's first win of the year. They put up the runs they needed. Now can the pitching hold on? 6 outs away.
John Vasquez, the catcher, is the batter. And he is 1 for 3 in this game.
Penn State will start a 3-game series on Friday with Penn State Schuylkill.
Vasquez pulls one down the left side and foul out of play.
Friday will be a single game at Penn State Schuylkill and a doubleheader again at Hazleton.
Now you see Gavinonis pitches from the first base side of the rubber, but he does land his foot right in the hole. That time he ends up beating the batter Vasquez, and Vasquez will head to first base.
So Penn State gets their leadoff hitter on.
That's the second time today we saw a pitcher come in and beat the first batter. Vital did it, and now Gavinonis. So Tashler comes up with nobody out and a runner on. Tashler is 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored. First pitch to him, he grounds it to the right side. Sartini over to Liriano for the outs and back to first where Tashler is safe. Fielder's choice, it's a 1-6 putout.
Some question at second base. Was he on the bag when high throw?
All right, so we're having a little argument with the umpires here.
Let's see. So the throw of the second's high. And he got it. I think he got it on the second tap. Yeah. I don't know if they're arguing, but you know, if Sartini got back in time, Tashler's not a fast runner. They could have got the double play, but the right play was made by the first baseman.
Karchner comes up, first pitch up the middle for his first hit of the day, and it is a single for Charlie Karchner.
That it is seeing eye right up the middle. 2 on. Good piece of hitting, right out where you want it. Stayed in on it, kept his head up, and got a single on the board.
So first and second with 1 out, and Wyatt Kindler will be the batter. 1 for 4 with a run scored. First pitch is in there for strike 1.
Good velocity from Gavinonis on the mound.
Well, Gavinonis was scheduled to pitch here in the 8th and thought maybe he'd come in with a 1-run lead, but he comes in with a 4-run lead, which is a whole lot better than 1 run.
Absolutely. Sun is behind us.
Well, the sun's starting to set here as we're getting late in the day. Shadows are all over the right side of the field. I think we have enough daylight to get these last 2 innings in, but if we had to go extras, I don't know if we'd have the daylight for it.
Hopefully have some daylight for the crew to clean up.
The 0-2 pitch. Kindler grounds it to the right side and head first slide into first. He's out, but the runners move up, so it'll be 2nd and 3rd for the Lions.
Oh, Hawk, you know, it's one of those, oh, just let the ball get in my glove. I just want to get it out quick, and that's exactly what he did. The right thing, go to first. Last time he made an errant throw. This time, easy. And then I don't know why people dive in the first. Don't coaches say don't do that?
I know it. Colin Stauffer comes up to bat. He is 1 for 4. That's 2 RBIs.
This will be the biggest batter Gavinonis faces because 2 outs, 2 on. Do you walk the best hitter? He's going to go right at him. That's already been decided.
Stauffer, dribbler down the third base side.
Got to be a good throw.
Rimmer, and he's safe, and a run scores. Tashler scores. It's a base hit for Stauffer. And Karchner moves over to third. So the Lions get a run back here.
They do, and that's a tough throw for anyone. Doesn't matter what the level. It was a slow dribbler. It's almost like you want to let it go foul and see what happens, because you're not going to get them.
Brett Kashola comes up, and Stauffer steals second on the first pitch. So once again, 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs for the Lions here in the 8th as they've cut the lead to 3. Kasholik is 2 for 4 with 2 RBI. 1-1 count as Joe Gavinonis has come in the 8th inning and given up a run.
Well, he doesn't want to give up any more. That's the point. 1 run's okay. As you said, you have that cushion. So you just got to make pitches here. You just got to throw the ball over the plate, and hopefully your defense is there.
The 2-1 pitch from Gavinonis. Down the middle, Kosholak and Liriano cradles it comfortably for the 3rd out. Gavinonis gets out of it, and so in the middle of the 8th, Luzerne leads Hazleton 10-7. You're watching college baseball on MyTV WQMY.
Hey, here's what we got coming up here on MyTV. Paul and I will be back with some college baseball in just about, 15 days or so. Misericordia University taking on Keystone College at 3:30 first pitch. That'll be Paul and I. And then we welcome in the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders as they take on the Syracuse Mets. Not the Chiefs anymore, the Mets. And Tim Tebow will be in town. That will be one of 5 games scheduled here on MyTV WQMY with Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders baseball. And they open up on Thursday with the Buffalo.
Yep, they've opened on the road, but Thursday will be the home opener, and looking forward to another exciting Rail Rider season right here on MyTV WQMY, and Adam Marco calling the games, and always fun up at PNC Field. So here in the bottom of the 8th, and the leadoff hitter is Mark Schulz, and he pops one up to left side, and a quick, easy out. 1 away for Luzerne. Jake Tashler continues as the pitcher for the Lions. The batter will be Jordan Yannick. He is 3 for 3 today. with 2 runs scored and an RBI. He's also pitched very well, but no longer the pitcher, now playing center field.
Well, that batting average will skyrocket.
Yep.
You know, he hasn't been able to play a lot, so he's done his job today. He's definitely the player of the game, no doubt. One of our players of the game, if Luzerne hangs on, which I think they will be Yannick. We have to pick another one. There's a couple to choose from. Okay. Rimmers and Lariano, to name a few.
All right, just
come on.
Little observation, the wind has changed directions, blowing out to right field, and that one's going to be tricky and drop in, as now Jordan Yannick is now 4 for 4.
On cue, Paul.
Yes.
And the wind has definitely changed. It's now on our backs. It's coming left to right. It was coming right to left before, and it's changed.
Wow. And has really picked up as well, too.
Yeah.
It's a strong wind.
Well, the front is moving through. I think they talked about that. It's going to be a little bit more chilly tomorrow than it is today.
Gage Nudo comes up, 1 for 2. Bouncer up the middle, out at second, and the throw gets away at first, and Nudo will be safe. So watch this, first a high bounce and then a low bounce, and Karchner gets it, steps on second. Yannick didn't slide, so they're going to call him out at first base as well, and that counts as a double play.
That's in the inning.
So we'll be 3 up, 3 down, and at the end of 8, it's 10-7 Luzerne. This is college baseball on MyTV, WQMY. Last chance for the Penn State Hazleton Lions here at Luzerne Community College. We go to the top of the 9th, and Hazleton finds themselves down by 3 runs with 3 outs to go. It'll be 5, 6, 7 in the order for the Lions: Yanuzzi, Malcolmus, and Santos. So Dom Yanuzzi steps in first. He is 0 for 3 in this game with a walk, and Joe Gavinonis on the mound looking to close it out and pick up the save today. Yanuzzi attempts the bunt, but it does go foul, and it'll be strike 1. Yanuzzi started off as the pitcher, but now he's playing as the designated hitter for the Lions. He stands as the pitcher who will take the loss if this score holds up. Gavinona's second pitch is a ball away, so it's ball 1. Ball 2 as the pitch comes in high, and Gavinonis falls behind in the count. Gavinonis allowed a hit and a run as he pitched the 8th inning. And now some control problems as he falls behind 3-1 to the leadoff hitter here in the 9th. Luzerne 3 outs away from their first win of the season, and it'll mean a lot to them to beat this Hazleton team, a geographic rival. Strike 2 to Yanuzzi.
Yeah, who they beat, what, we said 2016, 11-1, so couple in a row.
Luzerne playing as a club team this year, so not a full varsity sport. Yanuzzi hits a bouncer to the left side. Liriano over to Sartini. It's a 6-3 put out and 1 away here in the top of the 9th.
Yeah, you mentioned the club there. You know, that's because we talked about it. Not the biggest roster this season, so they had to go back. But luckily, the teams have kept the schedule here. You see great throw, Lariano, one of the better players on this team. Good fielder. Got that out quickly, made a perfect throw to first.
Josh Malcolmus swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. He's 0 for 4, but he has reached twice on errors. Also has a stolen base, playing left field for the Lions today. Gavinonis gets ahead in the count. Malcolmus to the left side, off of Rimmer's glove and into left field, and that took a funny bounce. We'll score that a base hit, and Malcolmus has his first hit of the game. Bob, you agree that scored as a base hit?
Yeah.
All right.
It went off his glove, but I think that was a hard hit ball. Hard enough where could have went in. That was a bad hop.
Yeah,
that's all.
It came way up.
Yep.
Yeah, it definitely came up.
Nothing Rimmer could do about it.
Rafael Santos comes up. He's 0 for 4 today. A couple of strikeouts. So, Bob, we had the rare occasion of having 2 calls of interference in today's game, and both times they worked out in favor of Luzerne County Community College. The 8th inning ended with a call of a runner interference because he didn't make the slide.
Unusual.
Yeah. Malcolmus takes his lead off first. Gavinonis delivers the pitch low and away. Ball 1. Gavinonis' teammates have been calling him Bag of Donuts, as in Joe Bag of Donuts, and he has the physique of a guy you might call Joe Bag of Donuts. That was a John Madden name given to an offensive lineman maybe 20 years ago, but it picked up and stuck on
Joey
a lot
Bag
of
of
people.
Donuts,
Yeah,
yep.
Bag of Donuts.
Well, there'll be dozens of donuts to be had if they pull this one out.
Malcolmus takes off for second, has the stolen base. The ball is inside. The count goes to 2-2. Well, full count now, 3-2 on the batter Santos, looking for his first hit of the game. Down 3 runs, stealing bases in the 9th inning. Santos swings and fouls it off.
Luzerne will get back to it with a doubleheader on Friday. Scheduled doubleheader. Just say they're scheduled for Saturday doubleheader. Read the schedule wrong.
Santos getting foul ball happy here, off to the right side. Keeps it at a full count. And ball 4 is low and away, so 2 runners on, and the tying run comes to the plate for the Penn State Lions.
It's got to be a lot of drama. There has to be some drama in this, so why not? 2 on, 1 out.
Joan Vasquez will be the batter. And he is 1 for 4 in the game. The 1-0 pitch to Vasquez, a swing and a miss for strike 1.
Good pitch from Gavinonis. Just rearing back, throwing hard stuff. Nothing more than that.
Vasquez fouls it off again.
Just trying to just overpower him.
Gavinonis ahead in the count, 1-2. He'll take a double play. That'll end this game. But Vasquez wants to get on. If Vasquez can get on and score, he'll be the tying run here in the bottom, or at the top of the 9th. Ball 2 outside.
Outside, yeah.
Gavinonis works fast. He gets the ball, he throws. He's not out there worrying about the runners or too many other things. He comes set and he delivers.
They're not even holding the runners on, so
Nope.
like I said.
Vasquez up the middle. Will it be a double play to end this game? Liriano to Hawk to Artini. No, it gets away. And a run will score from third. Malcolmus comes in, and that gets the Lions within 2.
Well, they got the one at second, but Hawk doesn't have the strongest arm out there, so it would be tough to get him anyway. But since the ball got away, that really is where the run scored. Here you see it. Good flip and, you know, tough throw by Hawk. The runner didn't even realize what the ball went by. But a good job by the first baseman, Sartini, just to hold it and keep the scoring to a minimum. Got the out, so you're down to 1. Here, Coach Carlin's going to come out now with Tashler coming up. Getting a little bit chilly.
Yeah, the temperature has dropped, and we're in the shade here. And the wind is now a cool wind. Tom Carlin having a conversation out there with Joe Gavinonis. Now it's a 2-run game. And the batter will be the number 9 hitter, Jake Tashler. He is 1 for 3 with 3 runs scored in this game. So to complete the scoring on Vasquez, it's a fielder's choice, 6-4 on the putout, then an E4 as Vasquez goes to second, and Malcolmus scores on the error, so an unearned run. So runner on second, and Gavinonis wants to keep him honest out there.
Tashler's a tying run, though, right?
Tashler's the tying run. He's at the plate with 2 out.
He's the guy to worry about. That's all you need to do is get him out.
First pitch to Tashler is in for a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Vasquez wants to be a distraction out there, but he won't be looking to steal. Now with 2 outs in the 9th inning, down by 2. Second pitch is strike 2, and now the Lions down to their last strike here. 0-2 to Tashler, the number 9 hitter. A righty facing a lefty. Gavinonis delivers. Tashler dribbles one down the right side, off the glove of Sartini. Into foul territory. Vasquez will score. Tashler will stay at first, and the Lions are within a run. Sartini seemed to have that easily, but it just came off of his glove.
I don't know if it took a bad hop. It looked like it really bounced up there. Let's see it again. No,
he didn't get his body in front of it.
Nope.
2 unearned runs across here in the 9th inning as the Lions go to the top of the order. Charlie Karchner bats. He's 1 for 3 today, 2 runs scored. He has 2 walks. And Rodriguez wants to have a talk with Gavinonis. The tying run on first base.
Again, you get only so many trips to the mound nowadays, so just a 3rd trip. The umpire signaled over.
Karchner swings, pops it up to the left side. It's in no man's land. Schultz dives.
Nope.
It lands on the ground, and it is a base hit for Karchner. The game will continue. And Karchner is now the go-ahead run on first base. Penn State, the tying run on second. He just lifts it up, and it's just in that tricky spot where the shortstop, center fielder, and left fielder all have trouble getting to it. Schultz made a good effort in and out of his glove.
Yeah, nothing he could do about that. Like you said, in the middle of both here, now a pass ball. So the leading run on second now.
Wyatt Kindler, the batter, 1 for 5 today. He has a run scored.
Well, he should have been out at least a couple times, right, in this inning already?
Yes, this game could have easily been over on that double play. Kindler puts it in play. Schultz goes back. It's way over his head. 1 run scores. 2-run score. It's a double for Kindler, and the Lions take the lead.
Well, all we said is got to get 3 more outs, and it's been tough here for Luzerne. Errors and misplays and good hitting. This is just got all of that. Saw it on the end of the bat, went over Schultz's head. Nothing you could do about it. 2-run score, and Penn State has the lead.
Wow.
With Stauffer up.
Colin Stauffer will be the batter, swings at the first pitch. It's strike 1. He's the 8th batter of this game.
Well, we could turn off headlights and cars. What do you think about that, Paul, if we have to do that?
Might have to get to that. Stauffer pops one up and out of play.
4 runs in this inning. Penn State has scored, what, 8 runs over the last 3 innings.
They could have ended it on that double play. They could have ended it on Sartini's ground ball. Stauffer to the right side, and that'll get us out of the top of the 9th. And we will go to the bottom of the 9th. Luzerne trails Penn State Hazleton now. The score is 11-10. This is college baseball on MyTV WQMY. So the Trailblazers now look for the walk-off win here in the bottom of the 9th, trailing 11-10. They'll be at the top of the order. Liriano, Hawk, and Rimmer, 1 to tie, 2 to win. And Jake Tashler on the mound for the Lions.
I hate to say it, but it's kind of the way the season's gone for Luzerne. You know, starting with the number of the depth problems they've had, and now it shows in the pitching. They waste a great performance by Yannick on the pitching mound and at the plate. They do have an opportunity here, but 3 chances in that inning to get out of the game and pull off their first win, and it comes down to this.
So to recap the top of the 9th inning, Hazleton scored 4 runs on 3 hits, and 2 of those runs were unearned. Unearned runs is a tough way to lose a ball game here. They sent 8 batters to the plates. So Hazleton with new life and on the verge of picking up their 6th win of the season, but Luzerne is not done yet. Segui Liriano swings at the first pitch, and he's on base with a base hit into left field.
Well, you start at the top of the order. He's done it already today, and now you're probably going to bunt him over. Although with the left-handed batter, try to see if you can get it into the gap. But, you know, the big hitters are coming up, Paul. There's definitely an opportunity here. It's right in front of them.
Liriano 3 for 5, a run, 2 RBIs, and that'll bring Cole Hawk up to bat. He is 0 for 3 today, and he does have a sacrifice fly RBI. Lefty facing lefty. Liriano on first.
Trying to get him over in the scoring position with the bunt. Yep. Basic baseball. You know, Coach Carlin's been around 3 decades or more around the game, and maybe more. And old school is going to just get him over, and you have Rimmer coming up and Gavinonis and Sartini. You know, the big bodies.
Hawk clearly offering to bunt again. And he gets it down. Good bunts over to first, and he is out. So Stauffer to Kosholik, 1 away, but Liriano manages to advance to second on the sacrifice bunt.
Okay, here's Rimmer. Long way out to 400, but you know, 355. Get one down the line, 330. If you're looking for a home run hitter, this is the guy.
Kevin Rimmer is 1 for 2. He has a run scored and 2 RBI. Liriano is the tying run on second.
Well, if you're playing baseball, this is what you want to play. This is how you play. I mean, this is fun. Or if you're a baseball player. Been a little dramatic and maybe not what you wanted, but you're up there, running scoring position, you need to get him in.
Rimmer started in center field, and then he pitched, and he's been playing third base since then, so he's been around the field some today.
A little chilly now, Paul. Forgot my jacket.
Getting the shivers, Bob?
No, not yet.
Okay. The 2-0 pitch in there for strike 1. Now it's 2-1.
I did get a sunburn on my neck, though, I think, because of the sun's right on my right side.
Gonna have to even that out. Do your next game with the sun on your left
We'll
side.
have to do that when we're at Keystone, yeah.
Tashler in his third inning of work delivers the 2-1, and it's ball 3. Joe Gavinonis waits on deck.
No pressure, let's go.
I think if there's something to drive here or hit, he's swinging all the way. A lot of room out there in the outfield.
Rimmer takes
back
ball
outside.
4. The ball rolls away, and Liriano goes to third with the tying run as Rimmer draws the walk.
Oh,
It's going to be a pass ball.
Gavinos gave up the runs on the mound. Opportunity here to be the hero. All you have to do is get the ball in play.
Gavinonis is 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts looking today, and we're going to get a visit from Justin Gutsy out to the mound as Tashler has to be up there in pitch count.
I will check, but he pointed to somebody. I don't know if he's bringing somebody in.
Yep,
He is.
He's taking the
Pitching
ball.
change.
We will have a pitching change here.
He was at 35 pitches in 2 innings and a third. So a bunch of switches going on. Let's see who's going in.
Is it going to be Karchner? Okay, so
Tashler coming in from right field to pitch.
Tashler will
22.
go out to right field, and I'm not sure.
Oh, I'm moving everybody around. No, Stauffer.
Okay, so we're trying to straighten out who's going where. It looks like Santos is going to third.
It'll be Stauffer on the mound. Oh, he throws hard too.
Colin Stauffer comes in from third, so he'll be the pitcher. And he'll take his warm-ups. And so Tashler back out to right field. Iannuzzi heading over to second base. And Karchner will be staying at short. Now, Iannuzzi was the DH, but now he's coming in.
So Stauffer's in. He's pitched 24 innings. This is his 8th appearance. He's made 5 starts. He's 2-3 overall. He does have a complete game on the year. He's 24 hits, 20 runs, 16 earned runs, 4 base on balls, 30 strikeouts, Paul, and a 5.84 ERA. He's a sophomore, again, out of Hazleton.
So to set it up, Sigi Liriano is on third base, and he is the tying run. And Kevin Rimmer is on first base with the winning run. Joe Gavinonis will be the batter, as Colin Stauffer pitches to his first batter of the game.
Stauffer pitched on Sunday. He pitched 5 2/3 innings, gave up 12 hits and 10 runs. So his worst outing of the year, actually second worst of the season.
First pitch, Gavinonis takes strike 1. Tashler went 2 1/3 innings, gave up 6 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and both runners on base belong to him as Rimmer advances to second with the winning run. Gavinonis has not put the ball in play today.
Hasn't really swung the bat, has he?
4 strikeouts looking.
Yeah. Well, again, go to hero.
And he's looking to bunt, gets it down foul. Coach Carlin not shy about using the bunt. Here's Gavinonis, your cleanup hitter, which you never see a cleanup hitter attempting to lay one down, but he just attempted.
Well, entertaining game at least today.
Back and
Lot
forth,
going
you
on,
have to admit. This is the second time that the Lions have led. Trailblazers led for most of the game. Gavinonis down the right side. It's fair. Liriano scores. Here comes Rimmer from second. He'll score easily. And Joe Gavinonis gets the big hits. It's a 2-run double, and Luzerne gets the win, 12-11. It's a walk-off here in the bottom of the 9th. Gavinonis came in opposite way. It just stayed fair, and after striking out 4 times today looking, not only does he get the big game-winning hit, but he's also the winning pitcher here for the Luzerne Trailblazers. Bob Ide will get a word from him in a minute, but that's how it ends. Joe Gavinonis, a 2-run double, and Luzerne beats Penn State Hazleton to get their first win of the season. The final score 12-11. We'll be back with some conversation and a wrap right after this. You're watching MyTV WQMY.
College baseball on MyTV WQMY is presented by Luzerne County Community College.
Joe Gavinonis comes up with a 2-run double in the bottom of the 9th to lead the Luzerne Trailblazers to their first win of the season, 12-11 over Penn State Hazleton. Bob Ide stands by with the man who came through with the big hit.
Yeah, the man with a big hit. We just said you struck out 4 times looking. Goat to hero in 1 at bat.
It was great. You know, all the other guys were throwing a lot slower, and this guy coming in throwing like 85. He stayed back a lot longer, you know, and it's easier just to see the ball better out of his hand.
What were you thinking at the plate? What was your approach?
Honestly, the first one I had to do a suicide squeeze, so the ball came right at me. I almost got hit, but last one I knew I just had to get it in contact, get the runner in from third, and got lucky, got it right down the line, first base.
What's this mean for the team?
Oh, this is huge. Our first win of the season on TV too. It's awesome. It's really a big I don't even know what to say, but it's good for the team. It's really good for this team.
How about we talk to the guy who really got to start, Jordan Yannick, and that first inning didn't start out good on the mound for you, but you got your composure and you got things under control. What changed from first to the second inning?
Honestly, the first inning I went out there and I just couldn't find the strike zone. I don't know if it was like my release or where I was landing on the mound, but I couldn't get the curveball over, and then I walked a lot of guys, and then besides that, up until the 5th inning, I think I walked those 2 guys and they scored on that base hit. That guy, their 4-hitter, he had a really good at bat. I threw it inside on a little higher, but he put it through, and those 2 runs came in. But other than that, I was just the curveball started working after the first inning, and I finally settled down, and that was big. That was big for us.
That's what it looked at, but you also did damage at the plate as well.
Trust me, I'm no hitter.
No, you came in batting 86, so just wanted to.
86. I had 1 hit. I had 1 hit before this game. And I think that I was in my head a lot. Like he said, he was in his head today. I was in my head all season. I'm a straight pull hitter, but I was like, I'm just trying to hit up the middle and then just at least see the ball better. And that I got lucky on those 2 hits that just fell in. But other than that, I felt good. I seen the ball really well. So.
What's it mean getting the win? And it's been a tough season for the whole team.
It has been a tough season. We've competed in a lot of games, but we don't have a lot of guys. So we fall off because if we don't, we have to make every play. And so today we had a couple big errors that let them back in the game. But we got to take this win, and we got to go on. We got to play this weekend. Play a doubleheader, and then just keep it going.
Well, congratulations to both of you. A big win for Luzerne, Paul, and boy, the sun is setting, and little. There we go. Lariano comes right in. Nobody wants to get wet, but congratulations to these guys. Paul, we'll send it back to you.
Okay, so a happy Trailblazers team. They gave up 4 runs in the top of the 9th and squandered the lead, but 2 in the bottom of the 9th to come back and get that walk-off win. And Jordan Yannick batting in the 8th spot, come in with 1 hit on the season. He went 4 for 4, 2 runs, an RBI. He pitched great. Pitching, he went 6 innings, had 5 strikeouts, allowed 3 earned runs, and just had a terrific day. Joe Gavinonis, he becomes the winning pitcher and also had the 2-run walk-off double in the bottom of the 9th. So he struggled today for the most part, but in the end, he gave up the 4 runs in the top of the 9th and managed to get the win in the bottom of the 9th. So he contributed, and he can walk away with a smile today. Thank you so much for watching us. Please join us Wednesday, April 24. We'll have more college baseball. Misericordia against Keystone. But for now, I'm Paul Grippy with Bob Ide, and for the rest of the crew, Luzerne has beaten Hazleton 12-11. Thank you so much for watching college baseball on MyTV WQMY.
College baseball on MyTV WQMY is presented by Luzerne County Community College.